I'm even ready, yes. Should I turn off my mic, or do you want to say the name in your fucking
Did
episode?
you just put yourself on push to talk, bitch?
Best intro
Throw,
ever.
throw a fucking meatball on the push to talk button and you solve your issues.
This being has no name is disgusted by your habits, Demi.
What is up, guys? It's your boy, the real storyteller here, coming for another session of the Ageless Accolade, Chapter 10. Previously, on our heroic journey to save Sir Francis, our heroes went down into a sewers and spent 15 minutes discussing the logistics and usabilities of rats. Distracted by their attempts to save Francis, realizing only way too late that, hey, Francis might not live forever, did they pursue him down the tunnel to find a bunch of neonates who attempted to sneak, ambush, and threaten, which failed spectacularly, and they got bullied for their lunch money. I literally put it like that in my fucking campaign notes. You bullied them.
Listen, if you try to bully someone bigger than you, then you're the one who loses your lunch money. It's the way it goes.
It's the law of the land.
Law of the jungle.
Law of the sewer, more like in this case. And after a bit of forceful convincing, one of the Nosferatu had an escort mission that lasted 20 minutes and led them to basically a cave-in, slide-in. Stuff wasn't there. There was a lot of rocks, and it blocked the path. Now, if we know RPGs, guys, you have to acquire a special technique or defeat a gym leader to progress further. So
Well, usually it's a quest item, we just need a satchel charge.
I need a true job. Oh my god. So that's where we left off with Adolphus, if I remember right, convincing the Nosferatu to go to church every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of left it there. What about approximately, if I remember right, 2 hours at that point till morning.
It was that little? I thought we had a bit more.
You guys came there late, 3 hours. I don't remember if it was 2 or 3 hours, but I remember having a talk where by the time you took there 20 minutes out, or a different path depending on how you go about it, plus 30 minutes back to your havens and the like, it's going to take you approximately maybe an hour to get home. So take it as you will. A bit less than that, maybe.
Okay.
So, yeah,
how
the
do
rumble,
we get this fucker out? Is the Nosferatu kid scrawnier than us?
He has some robes on him, but some places look a bit more meaty, some places don't. You feel that there's small deformations here and there from the from the clothes that sort of slightly show his line, so to say. So he's a Nosferatu in that sense, but you're a confident individual, Domhnall, and you think you could beat him down. Maybe not Severin, but probably you will, yeah.
Oh, I'm not looking to beat him. I'm just wondering that we should perhaps send the smallest of our group into the hole up top after we widen it, but only if that smallest one happens to be a neonate.
We could just cut off the parts that he wouldn't need.
I mean, they would grow back eventually.
Can't you heal the wounds if you put it back and he uses blood points to re-heal it?
No, you just need I think for an arm you need 3 blood points to regrow it.
That's true. We can just give him the blood too from our own bodies,
Yeah, we could help him out like that. It's not that difficult.
How kind we are.
The scared Nosferatu, seeing these inner dilemmas. Domhnall really thinking about what to do and the like.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
throwing just a tempted glance in his direction every now and then.
He's gonna look. Hey, look.
Shh. The adults are thinking.
I have an offer.
Oh, you're gonna volunteer to go in.
No,
I was
dude.
gonna, just do a coin toss between me and Triplana, but if you want to go, I like it when neonates show initiative, when they try to get ahead and show that they can be valuable and important. You know what? You started out shitty, but I'm inclined to give you this opportunity.
I look towards the fucking neonate with an expecting gaze, like, oh, you're actually growing, you know?
Nah, the Nosferatu is just like, like tried to like cut Domhnall multiple times, but he just, and Domhnall, when you finish, he just wasn't really offering for that.
Oh, well. And we're back to you, to the way I felt about you 5 minutes ago.
Look,
Good job.
look. He sort of looks around, looks to them. If you give us a day to come tomorrow at 11 or 12, look, I'll get my friends. We'll dig this out. We won't go in, and we have everything solved. Just we did this out for you. I gave you everything. Just let me go, please. And I swear I'll do it.
Of course you will. Because and Domhnall is gonna, stand up a little straighter, push his shoulders back to be a little more imposing. Because you understand that Clan Malkavian are seers. And no matter where you hide, I will eventually find you if you fuck me.
He sort of looks and just sort of gulps. That's why I'll dig it out, sir.
What do you guys think? You want to try tonight, or are we gonna let the kids prove themselves?
Let the kids prove themselves.
Yeah, I'm kind of inclined the same way. If Francis is in there, if they've had the chance to collapse the tunnel, then whatever's happened has happened.
Yeah.
F in chat's already thrown.
Damn it. I was hoping we would find him alive. I knew it was unlikely, but I was kind of hoping,
Forever in our memories. Oh well, let's go to sleep.
I will never
They might
forget
just
that
have him
chin,
on ice.
the noble, chiseled jawline of true nobility. The way he came to Paris to find all the good shit, how he joined up with us. Forever in our hearts.
Don't write off your friend just yet. They might just have him on ice.
It seems rather, why would they keep him?
A useful pawn is a useful pawn. They could be blood bonding him.
I suppose they could be. Okay. You kid. Took you a bit to get, how things work between us, but you seem to have gotten there in the end. You don't fuck us. Maybe we'll even help you sometime in the future. We're not gonna give you a boon, but unofficial like. If you don't fuck us, and if it doesn't mean going out of our way, maybe we'll help you a little.
He looks a bit confused, and he almost like goes to say why, but that before he does it, that'd be awfully kind of you.
See, you're learning. Just a few more decades, and you'll be on your way up as well, I'm sure. Pat him on the shoulders like, there you go. You're learning, boy. You're learning.
Damn it.
Thank you.
Okay. Why don't you, wait outside while we discuss a few last details, and then you can take us back.
Wait. What do you mean outside?
Just around the corner. Little ways off. I'm gonna do you the credit and assume that you've learned enough and are smart enough not to go running for your friends to try and do something extremely stupid.
I'd never do that.
Of course you wouldn't. You know better now.
Yup. I'll just be over here. Don't mind me. And he's gonna go across the corner. He sort of glances one time back to see if you guys are still watching.
You all just looking at him like...
Yep.
You know
Here's
that
the-
awkward moment when you want to have a chat in private and the person takes their time just stepping far enough away?
Go with God, child.
Okay. So, Drablana, how do you feel about leaving those rats here to see that they don't do anything fucky while we're not around?
I don't have much control over the rats themselves, and I know that the Nosferatu can technically fuck with them. Oh, but I think they could be intimidated enough to not fuck with it, especially since they've seen me with them. But on the other hand, if they're willing to fuck us over, then they might,
So you just
Good
figure maybe they can hide in a place where they can, keep an eye on the rockfall, make sure they don't actually go in without us.
Yeah, I can do that.
Approximately at that point as well, you guys hear a little bit of almost like rock moving, and as you look back to the down cave-in, you can see two slightly furry creatures sort of pushing their way through and sliding down, sort of coming back to you, Trablana.
I go down to my knees and say, what have you found?
We found crypts, statues of people.
Anyone there alive or like me?
They sort of look at each other, look at you, kind of. Nope. Empty.
Empty. How far did you go in?
There was a big room. There was a hallway even more down, but we didn't go there.
All right.
But the place is pretty big.
It's the sewer level of bloodlines.
Let's just hope there's no CMC filling it up.
No, it's not the sewer level.
Just hope there's no fucking fans that insta kill you.
I'll tell you what it is. It's the crypt level.
I think the first time I did that, I had a venture with maxed fortitude, and I was trying to take a katana to the beasties.
Aww.
And then I swiftly learned that automatic weapons have a very legitimate place in the game, even if you suck at the skills for them.
Yep.
Alright, good job. I have a mission for you.
Whatever you say,
I want
Master.
you to. I want you to watch. To watch this place. There's a couple. You know those ugly ones from earlier.
Yeah, like a previous master.
I, I want you. I want you to to look if they're gonna go into that place when they're digging it out. Like point at the cave in. Of course, also tell me if like someone else goes in. Try to stay out of sight. Completely. We don't want them to get to know that we're watching them.
Yes, Master. And the
Perfect.
the other rat goes up. But feed us, please.
You fed them earlier tonight. I feel
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
need to. He said some ground rules here. They're like fucking uneducated neonates right now.
Yeah.
Well, they had not been fed in what, a week or two. So
Should still be enough, more than enough. I think that's just the addiction.
hmm.
I tell you what, if you do your job good, I will feed you tomorrow.
Make me a charisma animal, Ken.
Wow,
Oh,
greedy little junkies.
Jesus
Guess
Christ.
their old master didn't know how to say no. Fuck.
Difficulty 5.
I mean, fun fact, like that the master probably got killed by the rats. Not so strange as it's just simply made up.
But difficulty 5. This isn't going to be awfully difficult.
I mean, you start feeding them every day, then every second day, then every week, and finally they just have enough and rip you apart during the day.
Any specialties?
No.
If we eat Master, Master will be with us forever.
They sort of, the one rat.
Don't worry,
goes-
they learned from last time.
The one rat that was, originally talking to you, just like nods. The other one's like, okay, but I could wait. We could wait, but can we get double rations tomorrow?
That's not good for you. You would you become even more unhinged. It will not get better, it will get worse. Do you want that? Do you want to feel
Trying
worse?
to teach impulse control to a addicted animal. Excuse me?
To an addicted rat. Out of everything.
They need an intervention.
I can't remember specifics, but I think those go pretty badly when one of us do them.
You should let the priest talk some sense into them, Kappa.
Master, we didn't eat in a week, please.
Yeah, well, yeah, just now. Just a day, and that's and a week is actually not that long.
For the life of a rat, it's fucking eternity.
They only need blood once a month.
Yes.
I think
that's the
rats need it
problem.
more often though, because their bodies are smaller and they age quicker.
No, it's not based on the aging, it's how quickly the power of the blood fades out of a proper vessel.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The rat's gonna look at you a bit grumpy and eventually go, fine. We'll keep
Kill the
lookout."
mouthy one to assert your dominance.
Oof. I'm thinking about like just taking the other one with me, like the one that's like being dissatisfied, just taking with me.
The rat can
Well, one rat is
serve,
enough to watch
or
this.
the rat can be an experiment.
All right, I have a new idea. Yeah, you. I don't know. Look at the grumpy, like point at the grumpy rat. You're coming in with me instead.
Sorry, repeat that, Redmir. Discord kind of died on you.
You point at the grumpy rat. You come with me. Change of plans. You, however, will still watch the cave in. Yeah, like just you know, like to put my hands on my clothes and to like signal them to get it on again. At least like the other one, the grumpy one.
He'll go on. He'll you kind of go on you. The other one sort of just nods and then it decides to sort of slightly scurry out off from the group to to look for a place that looks nice for hiding.
That one chose wisely.
Whatever I'm gonna do with you, like look at the other red. All right, I think I'm set here. To the others, seems like there's like a big room on the other side and some like hallway connected to it. That seems to go deeper. They only checked out the room. They said it was like some sort of crypt, but there was no one there. At least as far as they were able to discern.
I see.
So the little neonate wasn't lying about what was in there. Good for him.
Okay, well, let's get moving. The night is growing old.
Indeed.
Right. As you sort of start walking the young Nosferatu, as you sort of go, past that corner, you turn your left and you see the young Nosferatu there. He's not super close to the corner, but it's not like he was away. And he sort of looks like, so you leaving?
You weren't listening in, were you?
Nope. Okay, I heard a lot of squeak noises, but that's all I heard.
Wait, but they have animalism.
I know.
I'm gonna grab him. And I think this might be best to qualify it as like a, brawl attack, because my intention is to just, take him and apply his face to the sewer wall as a impromptu disciplinary measure.
Sure. Go for it. Roll strength brawl. I will. How'd I do about it for him? Would he be expecting this? Kinda, yeah.
Would he try to dodge?
Yeah, I know. That's a real question. It's like, do I let the angry Malkavian touch me, or I don't know, honestly. You know
5
what?
seconds out of our sight and his bad impulses return. I'm not so sure we might need to kill this one.
I'm gonna roll a courage die. If he fails it, he's gonna try and dodge. And this will be at difficulty 6, as sort of standard. Okay, so he succeeds. So he's not gonna dodge. So just roll me strength brawl at difficulty 6.
Wow.
So.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay. So as you step
Light on
forward
me.
as you step forward to go for him, he sort of stiffs up, and you see that he wants to back off, but then he realizes, bad idea. So he just stands still real quick, and as you sort of go for him, you just step on something, and you just hear a like sloppy sound as you just step in something. And in your sort of wanting, and you sort of step forward, you slide, and you just fall down to one knee with the other knee just going slop as you sort of stop, touch something, and you look down, and it's nothing nice. Seems like a bunch of waste, and now your like right foot is just fucking all in it, essentially.
Your wrath has shown you astray.
I think that would be a difficult. I would think that would be a, tick. I think he'd be at 2 ticks at this point.
You know what? Sure. if you don't think him violating my orders is a issue that requires some punishment, then what do you suggest? Please, in fact, if you think you know better, I don't see you taking the lead in keeping him under control. You want to adopt him? I leave it to you. Correct for this behavior, please.
What do you have to say for yourself with the sin of lying, child?
This is so fucking cursed. He just that poor fucking neonate.
You must know that what you say next will determine what happens.
Look, I'm sorry. It's kind of instinctual at this point.
All right. Then I must take him into my flock and show him the proper ways of Christ.
Tomo's gonna do like a look.
To the Nosferatu or to the
Yeah,
priest?
to the Nosferatu, like, ooh. Like, you fucking asked for it. You brought this on yourself.
Oh god.
You know, I don't have any problem with this. You wanted to the priest to adopt you? I really have no issue. I'll leave disciplining you to him. I think it's for the best.
How about I show you a way out first? Huh?
Oh, of course, of course. I'm not sure what the priest wants to do with you, but you know how the Holy Mother Church can be. Someone's gonna mime a whip.
He's gonna like sort of little hush actually. Is the priest supposed to be good? At least this one.
I mean, it's too late to ask that question now. You already made your choice.
There's more distress. On the
Come
fucking
on,
face.
let's go. Let's go. It's fine. I'm not gonna try and grab you. I'm not gonna try and hurt you. I'm not gonna discipline you. He can take care of that now. I wash my hands of you. I have done all I will.
Fuck. Just follow me. And he'll lead you. And it's not actually far away, maybe about 5 minutes away. He leads you to essentially a staircase that has a little bit of a kind of goes stairs up and then a ladder, and he opens up like a small little like cover sort of deal, and he exits. You guys follow through, and you kind of exit into this one little very, very dead end alley essentially. And he as you sort of all file out one by one out of the fucking manhole essentially, he goes, so we're still on the right side, just go down the alleyway and you'll see yourself on like one of the main streets.
Excellent. This could have been a great relationship. I'm sad that you ruined it towards the end. It's fine. It's fine. I just don't know exactly what the priest will do to you.
He's gonna priest, father. We might talk about this another day. I kind of gotta go and dig with my pals. Sunday. I told you I'd come to church. Right now, I think this would be. Fuck it. Let's go with Wednesday, my dudes.
Disgusting. Kill yourself.
You have lived for years in sin, child. You must commit to a penitence.
What does that mean? What does that imply, rather?
You must fast for 3 days. This is only the beginning of your penitence.
Dumble is in the background trying desperately to contain his laughter.
Like, don't drink blood?
No sucky
Yes,
sucky for
fast,
you.
child.
You see him sort of count where it's like the last 5 years, like, ooh. You see there's a little bit of hesitation. Alright. I think I could do that. He looks at you, Domhnall, as you sort of, look as
We
well.
just shrug.
I'll do that.
Good, good.
So, tomorrow, near midnight, 11, that sort of time, do you guys want to wait outside? Do you guys want to, meet up there?
We'll meet you at this entrance.
For the better, yeah? Alright.
Demi, would we be able to figure out what church this crypt was under?
That's the fun. You would know the locations of various churches and things, and you don't really. Actually, that is a it wouldn't be really a streetwise. There's no really streetwise here in the Dark Ages. Give me
theology, maybe, for...
Theology? No, it's not even about I would presume he knows all the churches here in Paris. It's more of trying to remember and try to locate where you guys walked and all of that and compare it to the top. So, give me intelligence academics. This would be difficulty sec. Also, yeah, I had to upload something. Okay, never mind. I can see stuff now.
Demi, how badly is Domhnall schmutzed?
Near Frenzing?
No, in terms of actual physical filth.
Oh, well, there's obviously a little bit on all of you from just being in the sewers, and your boots are kind of fucked, all of you. But you, Domhnall, your right leg is particularly fucking schmutzed because of the waste and feces you fell in.
Excellent. I'm gonna make a beeline for the castle.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask before I leave if anyone wants to go with me to report in, but I think we should share the new potential leads we found and Sir Francis being missing tonight.
Adolphus, with your successes, you're not really sure. There's a few small churches and shrines here and there, right? Some of them being even wells where it's there's a small little statue or something of a representation of a saint or whatnot. But you kind of throughout the walking and sort of the maze being zigzaggy and things, you kind of lost your orientation. So you can't be 100% sure if it's if something's right above it. But there are things in the nearby vicinity that you are aware of. So, you're not really fully sure.
All right.
I can come with you, Domhnall.
Okay, good. Let's go.
Yeah.
Priest, Priest and Trablana, what are you guys going to do?
I need
How
to out-
soon until sunup?
Minute there. There was only like about 5 minutes, 10 minutes conversation. About an hour and 45, hour and a half. But you guys still have enough time, and you're not too far away from the castle itself.
I'll just head back to my haven and start working on further transcription of books.
All right, Trablana.
I think I will go and organize a cage.
Like an animal cage.
Yeah,
No, for the neonate Demi, what do you think?
like rat-sized.
For our new pet.
Okay. So let's first just do. Actually, let's do you, Trablana, first. It is decently late in the night. So because you're looking for obviously a cage for small things, give me a contacts rating, if you would. Try and see if there is a suitable either blacksmith or somebody who makes cage and things at this time of the night that you're able to acquire from.
Well, I was actually thinking of by organizing, I mean stealing.
Oh, that's different.
What do you mean I'm supposed to pay money? How does stealing involve paying?
Okay. I'm gonna do this through 2 rolls. Then, one to sort of locate or find a suitable individual who you can, steal from, and just one quick stealth roll. So give me an intelligence plus contacts rating at difficulty 6. To see if you remember or do you know people and blah blah to pinpoint a person. Difficulty 6.
Yeah. So is that intelligence, right?
Yes.
So, and we have that pooled background thing.
Yes.
So let's-
Yeah, no problem. You know a few people with blacksmiths and things, and it's like, yeah, no, I know where to find us. And give me then just a simple dex stealth roll. Do you have anything that would be able to help you with that?
Actually, I do. I have like obfuscate, which I could use to probably like silence stuff in case there's like someone nearby. And there's also like I have my aura modifier.
Yeah. And the aspects also help. So yeah, give me then a simple dexterity stealth roll, difficulty 4. Honestly, it's not that difficult. Breaking and sneaking around, taking what you need.
I have precise and silent movement.
Silent movement would probably apply. So, the rat's there with you, and he's like, sort of sometimes just whispering in your ear. So, what are we doing, Bob? What are we doing, Master? What are we doing? And you're just like, shh. And you obfuscate. You prepare all of that. Snicker snacker, open a lock. No fucking sound as you pull in. You're still being careful. Obfuscate 2. Go in. Find a nice, suitable cage. It's made out of definitely metal. It's not, the greatest metal, but it's functional. Come out. You close the door. Make sure everything's, basically spotless. Yeah, in and out. Not a single sound. Impressive even for you. But you do have a cage. One suited for a rat.
Perfect.
And as you sort of exit and stuff, he, seeing this like, Master, why do we need a cage?
It's a surprise too that will help us later.
Understandable, Master. Have a nice night. Okay. And where are you gonna go after?
To the vet,
Back-
of course.
Yeah,
Rat
you
needs
need
to be fixed and vaccinated, Demi.
chipped too.
Yes,
No,
where are my fucking tracking chips, Demi?
Shut up, Craft, and eat your meatballs.
I already finished. Was delicious.
oh, that's
Put a
nice.
bit too much spice in it, so it was a bit hot, but it works.
Blessed.
I'm back for real now, guys.
What the fuck? This is a new kind of bot.
Hey! What's up? How are you? I've watched your Green Dragon 666 channel here on Twitch. My favorite type of streams, Vampire. Oh, that's cursed.
It is. You can see where the the programming failed.
Oh.
At least it's
Well,
giving
that's
you
a bad.
compliment.
Goodbye.
So
It's
sad.
better than the sex bots, right?
But
Wait, there's sex bots. Why don't I get those?
They just post links to those
I mean,
questionable dating websites.
the only people who would watch our streams anyway are just fucking nerds, so clearly
sex
they're already hooked up.
Where did all the hot milfs go when I joined this site?
So Tribana, you're going back to your haven, yeah? Presumably.
Yeah, how much time is actually a night still?
By the time it took you to Steel, which wasn't a long time, to be fair. And things, I'd say you have maybe 45 minutes, an hour till you should be in bed.
Yeah, no, then in that case I would just go. Like, no need to greet the sun.
Fair enough.
What? You don't want to say hello to Mr.
Wait.
Sun?
You guys don't watch the dawn? What is wrong with you?
Right?
Ooh.
So, going back to the castle, you guys can make there pretty quickly. Just go onto the main street, past the bridge, blah blah.
Yeah, while we're walking through the streets, I have Obfuscate 3 running. I'll drop it when I get to the castle.
Okay.
Oh, what the fuck? You were walking with me, and then you mean, oh, obviously at 3, right? My
Yeah,
bad.
I'm just to make myself look, normal, not schmutzed. 'Cause I technically can, I think, project any kind of a change as long as it's relatively similar to my normal
Yes.
look. It should be easy.
Yeah, you only smell bad, but you don't look bad.
Yeah, your smell stays the same. Your appearance is what changes. I'm pretty
I
sure.
mean, you can roll for the smell too, I believe, but then you have to roll, right?
I think smell is harder, but
Yeah, it's doable, but it's harder.
it like how thorough an illusion it is depends on the level of successes. But I'm just,
And give me the manipulation performance. Just to see how it'll be.
difficulty 7.
Yeah, it's difficulty 7 based.
Oh, this is glorious. There you go.
Success. Let's see what it has. Her intention is made complete, and she wears the mask she intends to wear. Her face is her own canvas. So, because every time I read this, it's not like it fucking says smell or thing. It's mostly vision based. That's what makes it funny. But no problemo. Also, welcome back, Craft. You also changed.
Hello.
You look so different now, you Jew. But sure, we'll go around that. You can basically trick most of the senses as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, no real whiff. And Severin, you wouldn't have noticed either a lot, coming fresh out from the sewers and stuff like that. Your nose is yet to adjust. You don't really, smell Domhnall being, really bad. But you would notice eventually that you yourself is not in the best condition.
It feels bad, man, but what can you do?
When the guy who fell down in shit smells better than you.
Obfuscate.
I mean, I don't notice, so I don't care.
But you get to the castle. And there seems to be obviously patrol and things and the like. Who would you be looking for? Where are you going exactly?
Ronald, the servant
Yeah,
who, was assigned to us. And 2 requests. Let Essential know we have something to report in, and it would be better to do that tonight. And a fresh pair of pants for me, please.
Finding Roland, not too difficult. He kind of has a spot where he usually is. And the castle, though, at this time of night as well, is pretty, not empty rather, but, not really active as, the nights
Mhm.
before. So finding Roland relatively simple throughout the other servants, especially some of those that recognize you. Roland comes, rushing over, sort of throws the request, and just goes, uh, if I may, my lords, pants or seneschal first?
Depends on how long it takes for you to find the seneschal and how long it takes for you to find the pants. Do the one that's faster first.
Yes, the knight is not young anymore. We need to move
Um,
more quickly.
I'll go with seneschal. I don't know what size you are.
Kick W, man.
So Roland goes over. You guys, sort of follow suit because you're trying to be at least as close as to the office. Roland, goes in, comes out, comes back. It's a bit late, the seneschal notes, but you may have a bit of his time.
Okay. Then
And question. Which seneschal are you going to? Administrative guy?
or the administrative guy, the one that was giving access to the library, etc., who's more in the know about investigation.
Hell yeah, okay. The guards open a door, standard procedure, you guys go in. You Severin, following through, the guards kind of give you a small glance.
Oh, at this point, the obfuscate is off. The castle is Elysium.
Yeah.
So that's what would happen, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought you were going to carry that.
Stinky boy.
He just didn't want to take too much attention to himself.
Roland now coming out of the seneschal office and actually seeing you at a proper distance than this time, but also be like, looks like, I'll bring the pants quickly.
Yes, the night has been rather taxing in a way.
Yes.
The guards, Roland goes off. The guards open the door. They sort of get a whiff, and it's like
They just shrug at them like, like sometimes it be like that.
Yeah, and they just nod. You guys go in. The door closes behind you. Heliot, who you can see is actually now sort of in more comfortable clothing.
Mm-hmm.
And not actually writing, is sort of just sitting down at his desk goes. And
my lord, let me apologize first for my appearance, but I thought it best to report in before the night ends.
He sort of raises a single eyebrow, looks at the mess essentially. Very well, but I would require you not to sit down this time.
Of course, perfectly understandable.
What is it that you would like to report?
Well, to be brief, we believe that Sir Francis is missing, and using powers and magics at my disposal, we tracked him to a sewer entrance. We believe the Nosferatu may have been the ones to smuggle the people responsible for the recent incidents into the city, and we have acquired several names that would be involved with this sort of business, and we plan on following them up soon. We believe Sir Francis may be in a section of crypts under the city, and we plan to gain access tomorrow night.
He sort of straightens up, looks at you. So, if you would give me, he already has like a paper and quill prepared. I believe I'll show this statement to the sheriff, and we will have a conversation about this tomorrow night, if that works for you. So, he's gonna write something quickly down. So, Francis is missing.
Yes, I was able to track him above ground using magic I have at my disposal to a sewer entrance, and from then on we were able to follow the trail using more conventional means until we ran into a group of Nosferatu who had recently lost one of their fellows shortly before the attacks happened. And apparently he was involved in this business of giving sanctuary to people who paid for it.
Very well. And he writes this all down. Now, Spartu Francis, and I believe you said something about also names being mentioned. Any of these are kindred names, I presume?
Yes, I'm gonna give him the full list.
Writes quickly down. Well, just to note how urgent is this, do you believe that Francis might be in peril of danger?
Very much so, yes. Personally, I am seriously doubtful if we will find him alive or, at the very least, not in torpor.
Very well. There's quite a sad moment. Very well. I will send this and have call upon you tomorrow night. The earlier the better.
Yes, the Nosferatu we have convinced to aid us after they made the mistake of trying to forcefully coerce us into. I don't know what they were thinking, honestly. It was rather a foolish decision, but they have promised to dig out the collapsed entrance to the crypts for us, and they should be done by midnight tomorrow.
Very well. Then let this meeting be organized for 9.
Very well.
Daytime is slowly approaching. Will you be able to make it to your havens, or do you require a refuge here in the
I
castle?
should have just enough time.
You'd have enough time. With a little bit of a faster pace as well, you'd get there comfortably. He nods. Very well then. I will see you tomorrow. And I see Trablana is not with you, but may she be present as well.
Yes. Of course, we will endeavor to pass the message along.
Very well. And you guys leave and go back to your havens. Eventually, you get there. Domino, you can definitely. The Roland would eventually come back real quick, bring you a pair of pants. They're nothing too fancy. Seems to be some kind of one of the servants sort of working pants, essentially, that might be spare or something. And he's like, I believe these might be a good fit for you, my lord.
Okay. I'm gonna immediately change.
Doesn't take you too much as well. What will you do with the pants though that are
That dirty.
I don't think these were, extremely fancy. They were work pants. Are they effectively? Is there any point in inflicting the servants with trying to save them?
up to you rather. I mean, they're regular pants, but so not really. But if you don't want to throw away random pants, you don't have to.
Sure, I think Domnall doesn't waste good sturdy clothing, so he's gonna encourage Roland to find a servant he doesn't like and ask them to clean these.
Okay. And just remind me one thing. Did you come down here with the wolf, into the sewer with the wolf, or do you leave that somewhere?
Yeah, I had it with me, I think, during the talk at the cave-in. I had handed it off to someone else, so presumably it's not completely fucked, but...
It's not completely fucked, but just sort of being in the presence and things and the like, it is slightly, has like, weird spots here and there. So if you want, you can probably throw that in for cleaning as well.
I'm gonna ask him to... Like, the pants, doesn't matter, just give it to someone you don't like. The wolf cloak, that I actually care about, give it to someone competent.
Roland nods. It will be done.
Excellent. Good job. You're doing good work.
Bless servants. And eventually you go back
Fucking
home.
Roland.
So, A night will pass. So everybody take away 1 blood point.
ST robbing us.
Okay, if you do not want to spend the blood point, you can stay comatose for the night. It's your decision.
Just sleeping.
Sleep.
Tomorrow is not a reported day at all. Let me sleep 5
Just
more
crawl
minutes.
into the cellar, collapse the entrance. Wake me in a century, cunts.
All right. So you guys wake up. You guys don't have, at least Domino and Severin. You guys know you don't have, an abundance of time before the meeting. You guys have maybe like 2 hours.
Okay.
I shall hunt for an hour.
I will,
Okay.
Do I know where Troblana usually hangs out?
I would presume.
Okay, I'm gonna head there, try and catch her, inform her that we have a meeting with the sheriff first thing.
Okay. Treblana and Lambert, what would you guys do? Well, let's go start with Lambert first, as you get back to your church and the like.
Wash my dirtied habits,
Mhm.
and then transcribe for the rest of the night, and then upon waking up, I'll dress myself and go to court,
Okay.
because there's likely no one. Well, how early do I wake up?
You're pretty high on your path rating and stuff, so usually I put waking times usually around 7, because the differences are like about 15 minutes per
Depends
light.
on how you wish to rule it, honestly. It doesn't say in the book, but
Yeah, to simplify things, we'll start the days off at like 7 o'clock, unless you're like super fucking low. So just know you're from like 7 p.m. right now.
Well, I guess I'll start the day after washing my habits with allowing people to I don't even remember the word for it.
confession?
Yes, confession.
Okay. And Lana?
Well, I would probably be sounding like try to send like a bird to say like I'm gonna be late because I'm gonna be hunting, and then go actually hunt.
Okay. For posterity's sakes, before we do any of the hunting roles, both you, Treblana, and Domino, make a quick luck die. If Domino, you're higher, you're going to be able to catch Treblana before she properly goes up. Nope. Treblana, being very diligent and the like, wakes up, gets ready, and it's like, business waits me. So, Domino, you eventually arrive to her place. You knock, no answer. You knock, no answer. She's not there, but eventually a bird does find you that mentioned essentially that you will be late, that Treblana will be late and that she's gone hunting. So you know at least where she's gone.
Okay. Don't necessarily know her hunting habits, but I'm still suspicious about the eating people thing, so I'm gonna obfuscate and I'm gonna try and catch her in the act.
Okay. Let's then start with the most simplest form here. Craft. You want to hunt. How would you be hunting?
Like I've been hunting all the other times. So I'm gonna go fucking get some hookers or
Understandable, my good sir.
I can go fucking seduce some fucking
The Lord would like to procure some
There you
sucky.
go. Are you happy now? I'll go seduce some fucking bar damsels or bar waitresses that are basically fucking hookers anyway.
Wow! Wow!
How do you want to? How are you presenting yourself, as a fuckboy or as a charming gentleman?
Just charming gentleman.
Wait, is there a difference? He's a toreador.
This is medieval times.
Sure, you can give me charisma plus, I don't know, empathy, subterfuge, any of those kind of work.
Alright. Doesn't my what's the
Etiquette, if you
difficulty?
want.
But my lord, what about your wife?
The difficulty, you have
too
presence,
bad.
you have dominate, you have auspics. Also, I just realized now, you wrote auspics wrong. You wrote auspics.
Okay.
That discipline doesn't exist. Those dots are wasted.
Indeed. You never had them, Craft.
Yeah, I never had
I think
aspects
you
all along.
kept you rolling for difficulty 4 because eventually everything sort of goes down there.
Alright, I'll do charisma empathy, because I'm so kind. I'm charming.
You're playing with their
Nice.
emotions. You're playing with their emotions, Craft. How dare you?
Oh my god, or for fuck's sake.
That is
Oh, well.
not 3 successes. That is only a single individual. But I'll do you. I'll do you a favor, Craft, and put that one success goes into finding somebody who's pretty good looking.
Alright,
So
I'll
it-
take 2 God points. Fucking hell, man.
Blessed. You're able to find a not necessarily noble or properly mannerful, but a charming and a slightly rowdy young lady that you eventually munch on. Take the 2 blood points.
My lord, it's my first time to the big city.
You'll love Paris, little girl.
So my question is, Treblana, how would you be hunting?
I have a dumb question. Could I use that the one rat I took up with me to help me hunt? I want to like really rub the point in, like how, like what that is like a process to hunt it, to get the blood in.
Depending how you wanted to go, I think your difficulty anyways went down to like 4ish. But for posterity's sakes, you can. It would have applied another -1, I'd say, if you're able to properly show it and be like, hey, master, there's a person over here.
No, like I'm trying to like increase my survival skills, so I'm gonna train that via practice
understandable.
application.
Got it. So how would you be going about hunting? What would you be rolling?
Isn't it the same stuff we always roll?
I mean, I gotta always ask. Maybe you feel a change of heart.
Yes, let me stop eating people now.
I mean, I've actually eaten people since the campaign started.
Oh, so you must be hungry by now.
That's closer to the truth than I'm comfortable to admit.
Yes. So roll for it. Though I believe you need a single success anyways. Yeah, actually, I just realized that's kind of the benefit with the flaw coming in here, because all you need is technically 1 success for a single individual.
No, like I'm hunting like animals again because
Oh, right, that sort of thing. But I'm talking about people. Like all you need is like 1 success.
Oh yeah, that's like it's really easy to refill. That's true.
Except you kill a guy. But hey, what you gonna do? So so yeah, you're trying to go with the survival. I think I made you roll, was it perception or intelligence? I don't really remember.
You actually made me roll the animalism two thing, I believe, which was charisma survival level, I think.
Yeah, go for it then.
Which I'm pretty bad at, by the way.
Maybe it's something else then. Oof.
Yeah, it's difficulty 6.
Yeah. Okay, so my stuff doesn't help. It helped last time.
I believe in you.
Oof.
Though, if with the rat stuff, hold up. Before you do that, call rat. Rat could technically persuade. So, for the benefit of the doubt, yeah, roll at a difficulty 5.
Oof. Last time my animalism helped, and my obfuscate helped. So sad. I changed the rules on me.
Look, hold up. I can't remember every single roll. Sure, fucking
Yeah,
roll it
no,
up for
that
you,
sounds
bitch.
like a kale move, Demi.
Temporus, fuck you. I never said that. Roll a 4, fuck you.
Alright.
Wow.
So 1/4 of the animals respond. So you wait, you make out some noises, and eventually, after maybe a few minutes and the like, you see your rat coming behind, and well, it's not really a harem, but you feel, a bunch of other rats sort of following suit, and it's like, this is the boss.
Pied
And
Piper the rats to
He's
their
the big
doom.
chubby boy.
And the rat comes back. It's like, I brought some people, master.
Good. Good.
You know, I've heard that in slaughterhouses, when they slaughter goats, they have one goat that knows that it won't be getting killed. So they lead that one in front of the flock, so that the other goats think that it's safe, even though it smells of blood and dead goat.
Yeah, so he's gonna stand eventually at the side, and sort of, you can hear it through animalism. Everybody, meet my master.
Yeah,
And he's sort of gonna slightly scuttle back, almost trying to like prevent some from running away.
It's just gonna be getting like some alleyway or something, further in, in the dark a bit, and like then call in for new ones essentially, like get them in one by one.
Fair.
But like randomly let some go in between.
Fair. Trying to think though, with 2 successes, how, like, because it's not usual people hunting. I'm like, 2 successes, how many rats would you like? You called upon a lot of rats, but it's more of a question: how many would you be able to get back? For posterity's sake, because you do have to kind of catch them all, we're gonna do it like this. So you have the rats, you have the memes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But give me a, I'd say dexterity brawl, honestly, to quickly catch some of the to quickly catch some of the rats. Though this obviously would be, I'll put it once again at difficulty 4, because you do have 1, a lot of them, and 2,
Gotta eat them all.
Well, I got 2 successes. That's enough for what, 1 person?
So I'm going to go with the idea that each success, which is 1 person, would be equivalent to 2 blood points. Going with that idea to make it simple. So with 7 successes, 1, 3, 5, 7, that's 8 blood points. You're able to stealthily and very efficiently get rats one by one, and you're feeling satiated. Eventually, though, there's just like 1 rat left, and your rat, and he's like, you hear the talking. It's like, so where did everybody else go?
Up to that big cheese in the sky.
I would actually say that.
He wipes a bit of fur from mouth. Squeaky heaven.
And you eventually, stand in front of it, and your other rat just goes like, it's like, long live the master, as he fucking grapples the other fucker.
Oh my god.
It's like the Aztec religion, the gods must be appeased.
I like that initiative.
Giving you enough, leeway, obviously, to pick the other mouse up and chomp on him. And after you feed, the other rat goes, Did I do my job well, master?
Like it's like waiting a bit, munching down, like sampling the meat. Yeah, you did good. You've earned your keep.
I will go to rat hell if I must, master. Anything for you.
All right.
You know that usually rats wouldn't be able to communicate among themselves. These are ratling kinfolk. You are gonna get fucked, son.
What do you mean rats can't communicate amongst each other?
Well, not actually talk, they can't.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing through squeaking, and you with animalism would be able to hear what they're saying, essentially.
Well, yeah, understand them. They're not like actually talking.
They're able to convey primitive thoughts.
primitive thoughts, organized religion, cutting out little ratty hearts and offering them to a cruel god. Yeah, primitive thoughts. Sure, that's really primitive.
It's because
thought.
Devin's fucking this shit up, man. Oh well.
Survival of the fittest. Listen.
Anyways, I also want like how many rats are there actually? Like, do I need to clean this up?
You would have been. I'm gonna say with the amount of successes that you had and stuff.
Usually it's 4 rats per blood point, so
So, yeah, you ate a fuck ton. But I'd
it's
say with
like
the amount
chicken nuggets, you know? You can't stop at just one.
Oof. Oof.
that's cursed. But I'd say with the amount of successes you have, simply because you did really a good amount of job, you do have the bodies, but you're able to not really clean up, but you're able to make it seem much more plausible. Once again, this is Dark Ages Paris. It's technically nicer, but it's still fucking Dark Ages place. You could just throw rats where the fuck. There's a
Yeah.
bunch of them anyways.
Okay.
It has sewers.
I'm
People
gonna like.
don't just throw their shit on the floor in the street.
I mean, they used to do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Depends on the
Yes,
city.
but
It depends on
it
the
has
city.
sewers. It's amazing.
I'm
It's the
gonna.
most clean thing since Rome.
I'm gonna like once again like pocket some of them just to increase like my stock of things.
understandable.
Why am I hooked up with degenerates?
And
Okay, just note how many you want to take, because you have a bunch of them.
like how much can I fit into my pockets and like how far is my haven away?
The amount of rats in your pockets?
Like
I'd say
like,
with
safely store. Like I don't want to reek of like insane amounts of blood or some shit.
You took 8 blood points. There are 36 no, that's 32 corpses, which means that you can make a necklace of rat skulls.
Indeed. But I'd say if you want to be on the safe side, a rat per pocket. It's a pocket.
Okay.
You can fit more, but don't be shocked if you have to squish them in there a little bit.
Fuck, I should have. Next time I'm gonna bring like a
Fucking
sack
potato
with
bag.
me. Yeah. And just like fill the pockets the safe way, and then quickly try to
Yeah.
drop them off.
So it's 5 minutes of hunting and then 15 minutes of munching and 5 minutes of recovery.
Trablana felt snacky, okay? So, okay, I'm going with that. So, I'd say with the noise making and that there is blood and there is mice and things, you, Domhnall, you have, how much obfuscate, Domhnall?
I have obfuscate 3 and auspex 3.
Yeah. Hold on one second. 3 obfuscate?
Yep.
Okay. Then you won't need to stealth, but what I will require is you're looking. Give me a perception investigation roll. You're trying to look around, and
Wouldn't
you're not
it be
really.
something like survival to track?
Urban city. Technically, there's mouse as well. Sure, I can see that working too. And if you have auspex, then if you want to activate it, then you can reduce the difficulty down to 4.
I'm assuming that Trablana is most likely going to be obfuscated, so Domhnall will definitely be using it.
That's up to Trablana, actually. Because you kind of, you do have the alleyway. It's more of a, do you deal with the rats obfuscated as well, like the bunch?
I mean, yeah, like it's
I
probably
think-
not a good. It's not a good idea to be seen, and it does help me hunting. So I presume I need to be activated.
I think killing them
You're-
and actually eating them would probably break it, though. So you would need to be able to
Yeah.
fight anyway.
Yeah, that's why I'm it's like more. It's like it'd be obfuscated, but with the amount of rats that you ate to fill up properly.
There is
as
a
well,
significant crunch factor, let's say.
Yes, I would say, however, that your obfuscate, while you would be using it a lot, would also be being broken a lot. So there doesn't really have to be a role to, hide or you find Triblana. But with 4 successes, you you know you take a big sniff and you can sort of feel a little bit of iron, and you're not sure if that's shite or blood, but
Oh, a vampire I expect would know immediately.
oh yeah. But then you realize it's just kind of the the sewers playing around with you again. But you're able to pick it up, and going a bit here and there, you're able to find a dead mouse body, which isn't that problematic. But then you sort of start seeing also almost like a cookie trail before it's properly being cleaned up. We're able to hear a bunch of squeaking noise, and then well, not really. Yeah, actually, it is kind of a crunch.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Domhnall is gonna politely wait, just standing there, obfuscated while she finishes eating, contemplating. I mean, it's not people, it's disgusting, but I mean, it's fine, I guess, if this is how she does it. And maybe I can get her to promise not to eat any more hobos. Maybe I don't have to turn her in.
Okay.
And once she's done and starts collecting, Domhnall will just lean against the wall, deobfuscate, and wait to be noticed.
Okay. Then
Not
that
creepy at
happens.
all.
You can clean yourself up a bit, and as you exit, you would notice a familiar figure, that being Domhnall, just sort of waiting.
We're
Ah.
expected at court tonight. We have to go over everything again with the sheriff. At 9.
Oh, I see. Did they share our concerns about the Fagnon disappearing?
Well, the Central certainly seem to take it relatively seriously. I suppose we'll see.
Alright.
Demi, is the festival still going on in the castle? Like the vampire part?
It's been a few nights, and it's really just died down. I would say that this would be approximately the last night, honestly, like a week essentially.
Alright, get time to score some free blood in the fucking festival in the castle, man. I couldn't
Yeah,
fucking
boy.
get any fucking girls, man. What the fuck?
So sad.
Only one, man. Feels bad, man. I need more than one.
Are you
Okay.
sure you're a Toreador? You're trudging through sewers, can't score.
So rude, actually.
All right. Adolphus, I'll get back to you in a while. But for the confession things and stuff like that, that would you being a sort of a late time priest and things, and obviously you ascertaining yourself such as that, you'd be getting a good chunk of your confessions directly to you when you wake up, right? So that's kind of your prime time of working. So that will be going on for a while. There's people trying to confess their sins, nothing too serious. It's usually just sort of like I was about to say I've been a bad girl, but no, not really like that. There's at times people
Good
who
Catholics with their tiny little sins. I understand.
yeah, essentially.
Oh, come on. Sure.
But
Oh, wait. I know what we need to do. We need to teach this fucker mind reading so he knows if his flock is lying to him.
Oh my god.
but
Time to get off level 4, boy.
that will take a bit of your time. But going back, you guys are able to convene, go to the castle, meet Roland. Roland does the delivery, blah blah, and you're able to eventually have the meeting essentially. And it's being held in the courtroom that you guys that you, Domhnall, were having a case against the gangrel at a point.
Oh, lovely.
And as you go in there, let me just, since we're playing with maps, you know what? I'll fucking do it.
Oh my fucking god, that's a 30%. Oh, wait, no, this is a shitty one. Hand-drawn, low effort, 2 out of 10, shitty.
Shut up. I'm deleting. Okay, there we go. Mostly deleted. So,
Oh, Demi, how much blood could I get at the castle for free? The fuck?
He just walks up to the fucking table, slurp, slurp.
Yep. I'm taking one. I'm go out this door. I fucking drink it.
you know
I'm not
what?
gonna be like an alcoholic, but you know.
You know what, Kraft?
You're just the guy who puts all of the fucking condiments in his fucking book bag.
Exactly.
I'll say, roll me a wits etiquette as you're trying to present yourself, in a quick manner, but you're also trying to be respectful and mannerful.
When the Malkavian
Oh
gains
my
status at court and the Toreador
And
loses.
I'll say because this is an easy access to blood, that each success you get will be a blood point, but it will be at difficulty 6 because you do
Alright.
have to, watch yourself.
God bless. 0 blood. Can't even drink one fucking glass, motherfuckers. I'm like drinking one. I notice like everyone is watching. I'm like, okay. Then people start coming up to me to talk or some shit. I'm like trying to make them leave me alone, but I just keep failing. It's like, God damn it, let me drink.
You know,
that is-
you're
Servants
supposed to
tell
enjoy the wine, not just drink
That
it.
is a bit sad, but because of the precipice, I'll give you a blood point as sort of a
And
minimum.
then the servants start watching him judgmentally.
I'm like, how dare you drink that one glass so fast, you fucker. I'm like, God damn it.
So, you guys have a bit of time, I suppose, by waiting for Roland and the like, and Severin basically goes, okay, guys, be right back, real quick, need a drink.
No, but I was there 1 hour early. What the fuck? Or like I went there, 1 hour ahead of time, so I'll be there like half an hour early or something.
You took an hour to hunt.
Yeah,
So by the
and
time
then I
you
went to the
met-
castle.
Okay, so you didn't actually meet up with Donald Chabot. Okay, sure.
No, I'll meet him at the castle. That's what I was thinking. That's why I wanted to like go and yoink some blood there.
Fair enough, gotcha. So you're able to
Because
You
I
know-
already know about the meeting because I was there, so I know that I have to be there in time.
and you try and do that, and you're able to get the usual glass, but then people are trying to start up conversation. Seeing as you fine gentleman Toreador sitting there, people are trying to make small talk
Disgusting.
and more small talk, and it's just like, leave me alone. You're able to
Yeah.
eventually, a lot of time passes as you're trying to stay at least somewhat focused on the conversation, so it's not super rude, right? But you're able to only eventually just get that, one sort of starting glass. But then by the time you realize, like, oh shit, they're probably at the castle. Fuck.
Yeah. Big F. I tried so hard, but I didn't get very far, and in the end, it didn't even matter.
What you gonna do, Kraft? Be more polite, duh.
I cry every time.
But going with that,
Yep.
you're able to beat up Roland, blah blah. Things you go into the court. Going inside there, you see some familiar faces. The 2 sheriffs and the 2 seneschals. And as some guards that are standing up front open the door and you guys enter and close the door, they sort of look up as the door's opening. See? And Bernard, sorry about that. And Bernard sort of looks at, you're here. Good. Come in, sit.
Okay. Gonna do that.
Yep.
So,
Good
Francis,
evening,
we've received the letter from the Seneschal here. Francis is missing, and there's a list of names. The Nosferatu might be involved. Met the Nosferatu. Let's start from the beginning. One of you, please, explain.
He didn't show up for our nightly meeting since we got assigned to this issue. I used magic to try and find where he is, and the trail led to a sewer hatch. And given that Sir Francis is not going to be crawling through sewers of his own free will, we assumed that he had been kidnapped and proceeded inside.
Bernard sort of just nods and Enrique, just the Bruja, the more aggressive one, just sort of slams a little bit on desk. And you didn't find him.
Didn't find him. Found a recently collapsed area of the sewers. The trail led towards there. The Nosferatu claimed it's a likely spot that he could have been hidden. We convinced some of the Nosferatu neonates to dig it out for us. We will be checking it tonight.
Good. He sort of steps back a bit, and the Heliot, the administrative seneschal, looks. And if I may ask, when was the last time you saw Francis?
I think it was 2 nights ago now.
About
Yeah.
that, yeah?
It's about 2 nights ago.
And was he of a suspicious mind? Was he acting strange? Did he mention he was going somewhere? Or...
He did not, but we had a conversation about some differences about how we're approaching things on a personal level, nothing to do with the case or any official business. The only thing I can think is that he might have gone off on his own somewhere to think and might have been grabbed then.
Bastards, the Enrique note mentions. All right. So he looks to the others. I think it's pretty simple then. The bastards took another one of our good kindred. So you need to get in those crypts, and you're waiting for the Nosferatu to do it, right?
Mm-hmm. They should be currently already digging.
Good. Who knows what you'll find in there? Arm up. Be ready. Get a torch or two if you need to.
Can we have access to the armory? Prepare ourselves. I'd like myself a nice sturdy axe. It's likely to be too close for bow work.
He sort of
Yes.
looks you over.
Flex
Nothing.
slightly.
An axe will work. What about the two of you? What do you guys need?
Would be nice.
Sorry, I didn't understand you, Redmere.
A spear would be nice. Sorry, I'm eating.
Spear. Severin? He sort of looks you up and down.
A sword, if you could.
Would you like a shield with that, or do you go one-handed?
That would put him past his encumbrance limit, I'm pretty sure.
Just the one-handed sword, please. I fucking know. I should I'm gonna dual wield the fucking one-handed sword.
Right.
Because
If you
I'm
need,
paying.
very well. I'll.
But I'm not
or-
gonna say that. I'm just gonna ask for a one-handed sword.
Very well. I'll organize the arms. What about the protection? Domhnall, I know you have some armor. What about do you guys need armor? The best we can provide right now at a quick notice is leather, but it'll work.
Give me a second. Is there what's the penalty on the armor bonus?
I need to find that real quick, but
Yeah, Domhnall usually wouldn't wear armor. He would use about as much as he can without taking any dex penalties.
Doesn't leather armor not give you dex penalties or
I don't
something?
know, it
I don't
might be
know.
like a 3 dice.
I'm trying to
so-
find a chapter page 250. Hold up. Armor. Class 1 heavy clothing. Class 2 is cloth textile armor. 3 is composite armor. With composite?
That's probably something like reinforced with bits of iron here and there, kind of thing.
Yeah, so cloth textile armor. I feel that would be a class 2 then. That would be a rating of 2, so it gives 2 armor, but it does actually give you a 1 penalty.
No, not worth it. I'm gonna stick with my heavy
Yeah.
clothing.
Yeah, Domhnall as well. Just, woodsman clothes. Fuck actual armor. Speed is important.
I mean,
Alright.
if they really cared that much, they could send us, a ghoul with us that could act as a sort of external armor.
2 squads of armored knights in full plate, please.
And what about you, Severin? Do you need some armor?
No, I will be fine.
I just throw a concerned look at Severin, like maybe.
Are you sure? All right. So, we've dealt with the armory. Next is the manpower. How much do you think you need? Don't keep this light, obviously. The less people know, ghouls included.
Yes,
the
I was
better.
having the exact same thought. If it ends up branching a lot, maybe 4, so we can leave them in 2s at intersections as we sweep the place. Make sure things don't, go around behind us.
Hmm.
But 4 at the very most, I think. Look at the others.
Yeah, sounds reasonable.
Hell yeah, the administrator sort of goes, well, that is all fine and dandy in terms of warfare, but going on the sides of logistics and talking about who it specializes, if I remember correctly, Francis was a valuable asset with his skills and expertise to coterie, correct? Would you require another kindred or such that can be trusted?
We did run into a La Sombra since the entrance was on their territory, and he ended up coming along with us. We stayed away from the specifics of what we are doing, but I'm gonna give him the name Lambert, such and such, is somewhat aware that we're looking for something down there. For our companion specifically.
Mhm. Lucas, one of the sheriffs, that's sort of been silent for the most of the time, just goes, Lambert, the priest.
Yes. He took one of the unruly Nosferatu we ran into down there in hand. Says he's gonna re-educate him, teach him the proper ways.
He's, well, I'm not sure about the others, but I can vouch for him. He works in the name of God. I mean, you've seen it yourself, Dindomno. He went down into a sewer with people he doesn't know and was able to still convert a man back to God, it seems. So,
It was a
If-
group effort. We did a thorough job of trying to teach him the error of his ways after he tried to. I don't know what they were trying. I think they were trying to ambush us and extort us, rob us. They changed their tune pretty quickly when they learned where we are in the pyramid relative to them.
good. In that case, well, I will vouch for Lambert in case anything goes wrong. For the rest of you, do you know where he is currently then? Take him with you.
Uh, I honestly do not know, and
Well,
I could endeavor to find him, but the magics at my disposal are somewhat limited. I'd rather save it in case we need to track things again.
Oof.
very well. He won't be difficult tracking, and I'm gonna put this on the map, by the way, real quick. I believe he's on the left side of the river, or well, what can be out of character. This is what considered. He has a small little church, which is nearby the La Sombra domain on that side. If any of you've been passing near it or something, that would be where he was located. Just obviously remember to still present yourself. It is his domain after all. And yes, it's that green part craft. Thank you for noticing it for everybody.
You're welcome, Demi. Look how
Well,
kind
since
and
everyone
helpful
is
I am.
pinging, I might as well, right?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Also, I just realized that both me and Chris have the red color.
You
Look,
know what? You're absolutely right. Let me change to something more obnoxious.
thank you.
God.
Well, I believe a priest wouldn't be the greatest of fighters, but he is still a Sombra nonetheless. So, if you can trust him, or if you believe that he can be trusted, and will fit your coterie for the time
Well,
being.
if you
for it.
vouch for him, it's better than bringing in someone who's completely unaware. Given the Nosferatu neonates and the clan's proclivities, the information that we're looking for something is likely spreading, but it's still best to try and keep it limited.
I will note, and sort of Lucas looks to you straight, Domhnall, and actually looks to Treblana a little bit, and then to Severin last. He's, from what I know about the priest, if any of you are of differing religions and the like, you don't have to worry in any physical confrontation, as we've seen in the past can occur, but do be ready for a hour-long conversation at the minimum.
Domhnall just says quietly under his breath, "Fuck."
So if any of you are of different standings and the likes, and or have different viewing opinions of God, I'd personally recommend keep it to yourself.
Oof,
Eternal fuck.
not like this.
Again.
Well, if that's the case, I believe that should be it, unless you have any other information, since this seems to be critical.
The names we've already mentioned. The Bruja ones I am planning to pursue myself. I don't know about the other ones.
Right up. Henri goes, well, let's get you armed up then.
Okay.
And he leads you, eventually everybody you guys go to the armory. You guys are currently armed with the stuff you required, so please just note what you have.
How spicy is a axe demi?
So what are you are you looking for, a battle axe, or are you looking for an axe?
I think Domhnall is used to using axes, but if the balance is similar enough that he can use it without trouble, he'll go for battle axe.
Yeah, so you have, there's 4 types of axes, at least as the book states. There's a hatchet, there's a hand axe, a battle axe, and a pickaxe, pickaxe. The hand axe is strength plus 2 lethal, and you need a minimum strength of 3 to use it properly.
Mm-hmm.
The battle axe is strength plus 4, and you need a minimum strength of 4. You can't really conceal it, and obviously the issue is it's two-handed. The hatchet can be thrown, though. I have the stats. So if you want a hand axe, those are the stats. Strength plus 2 lethal. Conceal is L, which is supposed to be
like a trench coat or jacket.
Yeah, it's supposed to be light. Essentially, you can conceal it. Treblana, you want a spear. That is strength plus 2 lethal as well. It can't be concealed. It's N. And the fun thing about it is armor piercing 2. And you need a minimum strength of 3, it says.
No, it says this minimum strength of 2, but I need a minimum strength of 3 if I want to use it two-handed.
It doesn't really state that anywhere. I'm just looking over here.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna screenshot it.
Oh wait, I was looking at the throne weapons part. You're right. My bad. I got it. So yeah, you have it, and you want a sword. Though in this case, that wouldn't really be a saber in this case, or a knife or a dagger. That'd probably be just a broadsword in this case. So strength plus 2 lethal, a minimum strength of 3, maybe use two-handed with minimum strength of 2, and then it does strength plus 3 lethal. So if you use it two-handed, does more damage, and you need less strength.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna use it two-handed, because I'm Pepega.
Understandable.
Not strong enough. I need to work on my muscles.
I'm so glad that Treblana is dealing away with, trying to conceal our weaponry, because that means that Domhnall can go for the big axe.
Do you want to go for the big axe?
I do, because we're not going to conceal that we're going armed anyway. Otherwise, he would go with the hatchet.
Okay, then you can get a battle axe then.
Just a few swings.
There always is that PTSD where it's just like when you hold the battle axe, like, wow, so this is how the Vikings felt, huh?
I mean, most of them would have had one-handed axes. This is like a, proper berserker. Just fond memories. And then he tripped over the tree roots. Oh, that was so good.
And Severin asking you one last time, do you want armor?
Why are you like this?
I'm asking as a nice guy before you go into battle.
I mean, we
I'll
could
take like heavy clothing. That's it.
Okay.
I
we could
assumed I
just put
already
him in
had
a
it,
full
like-
plate and pose him in the crypt as a statue, and he can try and go for an ambush round.
Okay, so heavy clothing all has an armor rating of 1, but it does have no penalties.
Yeah.
Okay, you're able to gear up. You have 4 guards. They're all equipped. They have a broadsword as well. So I'd go with that. And yeah, you guys go. And you head towards the church, yeah?
You're about to murder the fucking priest. Let's go.
This posse rolls up. So I'm sorry, you know a bit too much.
Maybe
Roll
we should grab
initiative.
some like armor or weapon to him. What do you think he wants? Ooh. I mean,
You guys, you can choose.
This is
Adolphus,
before
don't say anything.
This is before crossbows are thing, right?
Yeah, crossbows technically do exist, but they're just not widely used.
They're mostly a thing in Asia, not here.
Yeah, they were a thing even before in like fucking Roman time to a degree, but not as useful as later on.
Big sad. We could have
Yeah.
put Severin in the back, but nope.
nope. You gotta be in the front, like a proper knight persona. Wait a second, I'm a
Listen.
winemaker. What the fuck am I doing now again?
See, you do the Roman thing. The less experienced, shittier troops go in the front, and Domhnall is right in the back as the best fighter. So when you've sorted the fucks up for me, I'm just gonna take the kill steal.
Nah, this is exactly how sires and child work. It's like, sire, why are you in the back? You're more experienced than me. Look, child, you need to learn fortitude fast.
Oof.
Okay, so if you guys have the ability to pick something out for the priest, if you want to, you can bring him a weapon. But the question is, what would you like to bring him, Adolphus? You're not here. They're choosing for you.
I'm gonna suggest we
I know.
bring him both a short bow and a short sword, so that if he can use either, he has something he can.
Fair.
Did he like carry a weapon last time?
Good question. Did you? I don't think you might have had a dagger on you because it's kind of a usual thing, I'd say. But other like something bigger, I would say nah.
I'm a man of God. I have no weapon.
There we go. Then he doesn't need a weapon. He needs. He has tentacles made from God.
That sounds like someone who needs to die first. He sounds like a fucking wizard or a spellcaster.
Of course.
I mean, he kind of casts spells. He casts shadow tentacles.
That's all the more reason to kill him first. Yes.
Of course.
Oof. Actually,
Okay.
are we actually like accustomed to like the to up teleportation?
I mean,
Excuse me?
this is European medieval times. The Sombras were more openly.
Lasombra.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are
Yeah,
ready
you've
up.
probably
And we're older.
experienced times with Lasombra. You're in Scylla after all.
So
And-
we don't end up seeing him at court.
By the time the confessions and the like finish for you, Adolphus, and then getting ready and going, early, I'd say they're gonna meet you at the church. Probably as you're like
okay.
going up.
I actually need to make what's it called? Go a bit around and I need to get the rat if I didn't like take it with me since I wasn't there when we went to the castle.
What do you want to do with the one route that was with you?
Yeah, I just want to like take it with me. Like I
Yeah,
don't
no
know,
problem.
Okay.
You could have just told wait there, be back in an hour, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, okay.
So, you guys ready up? You guys have 4 ghouls with you. as well,
The ghouls
provided.
can meet us at the hatch. There's no reason to make the priest uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Donald just rolls up, battle axe over his shoulder. Come out, priest!
Come out, priest. Have some business with you.
You, while walking around, because you have obviously a battle axe and stuff like that, you do eventually get glances here and there. Like, even if you go through some of the alleyways, you do at points have to
Oh
go
no,
and
Donald knows that he's gonna get glances. He just walks down the street with his tongue over his shoulders like nothing's wrong. If you can't hide, then just striding through the front door, confident as all fuck.
okay. Okay. And eventually, so how are you guys gonna go about this? So are you guys all going to the church, or are you Domhnall going to the church and the rest of the hatch? What's going on?
Well, Treblan is going for her rat, so I think Sauron might come with me and the ghouls go on ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Don't worry about the one rat that was with you. It's like you can get that very easily. So Treblana is available.
Okay, I will just, probably like show up as well. Probably like, once we like arrived at the church, stand like back so it doesn't sort of look like we're about to like kill him.
Okay.
Oh, actually,
It kind of looks like we're about to kill him.
It kind of do.
actually, can I go to like just a quick question about summoning from presence?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? Can you notice if the target is alive or dead when you try to summon them? Like, can you feel if the summoning worked or not?
Only if you're looking at them through clairvoyance when you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it does work about that. You can try to summon in things, but you do it and then you kind of wait for your results.
Yeah. All right. Oh well.
But you can still do it if you want to. It's fucking your decision.
No, it's probably better not to do it then.
Okay.
I don't want people to like. If I succeed really well, then if Francis is still alive, then he'll start like thrashing about and shit, trying to get to me, right?
Potentially.
Which, if he's kidnapped, I don't want them to know that we're coming for him.
Or get him
Fair.
killed because he won't stop resisting arrest.
Yeah, exactly. So it's better not to summon him. Now that we
Fair.
think he's being kidnapped and might be, dead, dying, getting killed
Demi,
off.
should
whatever.
I make a really politically incorrect joke?
I am aware. I didn't go further.
I'm gonna do it.
Do it. It's your stream, not mine.
So Francis is on the ground, knee on his neck, screaming that he can't breathe. They're yelling at him that he's a vampire. He doesn't fucking need to breathe and to shut the fuck up.
Ooh.
Oh
I'm
my
so
god.
sorry. Don't ban
Oh
me.
my god.
The sad thing is, I bet a bunch of people don't even remember what you're referencing.
Oh,
No.
that's cursed, Adolphus. That's so cursed.
I know, it's horrible, but it's the truth.
Kindred life matters, guys. So,
Oh my
you
god.
tell the ghouls just sort of nod and see, we will await you there, Louise. And you proceed toward the church. Lambert, you're putting on, your usual, you have your uniform, you're taking out, sort of a coat.
I
sort of
have my
like-
habits, yes.
Yes. And you tell one of your servants that you'll be heading out. The servant sort of nods. The one will. It's not choir boy. I don't know the roles in the fucking church, but one of the church servants attendants that you have.
Mm-hmm.
He sort of
The
nods,
church boy.
and you step out. In front of you, as you sort of step out, you see two men and a female. One with a battle axe in the middle, one with a sword at his side, and one with a spear as well. Approach the church. Though you recognize these individuals, but they are much more heavily armed than before.
Ho, Lambert. Good night.
Good night.
So the Nosferatu should be nearly done with the digging. I must apologize for this. I mentioned your name to the higher ups. They seem intent on drafting you into this effort.
This effort? You mean assisting with finding your friend who has gone missing?
And a few other things. I will fill you in once we are somewhere more private.
I see.
Yeah, that sounds so innocent or else suspicious, but when you tell him, it's like, God has left my side.
This is how fate dies, with the smile of a Malkavian.
So, I assume once we get there, you will explain why you are armed.
Oh, in case we find the kidnappers as well.
I see. Well, that makes sense. Fair enough.
Do you-
Lead the way.
We brought weapons for you too, if you wish.
What did you bring?
Short sword and a bow.
You can
Well,
pick whichever one you want. The one you
Take
feel like.
both.
Or
As
pick
a man
both.
of God, I believe I do not require it, but I will, for posterity's sake, take your short sword.
Choice.
In case these heathens are a risk to my health.
Dumnell decides wisely to stay silent.
Okay. So, the priest is armed. The crusades have yet to start, but we're getting there, guys. One step at a time. We're gonna radicalize them all.
Dumnell probably does have his longbow with him, but it's wrapped and tied to his back.
God.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure I've held a weapon before due to the Shadow Reconquista.
The Reconquista hasn't started yet.
The Shadow
It's-
Reconquista started
Oh,
decades
right,
ago.
right. The shadow.
Also, ever since Islam was in Spain, the Reconquista always existed in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But armed, ready, you guys go over to the hatchet. There you can see the four ghouls sort of talking amongst each other, and the hatchet open. When you approach finally, one of the guards goes, "My lords, there was a kindred, a vampire of quite distasteful appearance that was awaiting here. We quickly shoot him away to not interfere with the mission back into the hole."
Ah, yes, he's our contact, actually. Do call him back. And
Apologies, my
while
lord.
you're at it, apologize for being rude to him. There's no call to offend someone of higher standing, even if his appearance is not to your liking, yes?
Yes, my lord.
Fucking flexing.
I
He
mean,
goes-
I'm trying to tread a narrow line of treating this little shit fairly, okay? Cut me some slack!
The guard goes back and sort of knocks a little bit so that there's a little bit of an echo somewhere. It's like, "I apologize for my behavior. The lords have come. Please exit the manhole." Like a few seconds pass, and you hear a voice coming from. "And what are their names?" And he looks back. "Lord Domino, correct? Lord
Open the hatch, you little shit. We're here.
Hatch opens.
See, you just need to identify yourself clearly.
We opened it.
Excellent. We're right on schedule.
Right.
Anything come out try and eat your faces?
Not from that direction.
Ah, of
So
course.
from another direction.
Yes, sorry about this. You're gonna have to have a little bit of a talk once we get down there.
my god.
All right,
Should
let's
just
go.
tell
no.
us.
He sort of looks to you guys, looks to the guards as well, looks down below real quick, looks once more back.
No, let's not
What
waste
am I-
time for him
what
to
am I,
squeeze out.
No, I think it's kind of important. One of my elders found out and wants to have a talk with you.
Do we have the papers from the sheriff?
Is he a true man of God?
Oh my god.
I
Domino
Don't
just
know.
slowly has a smile spreading across his face. You know, Lambert, why don't we find out? You've already started your work among their kind. Might as well continue, right?
he's
God holds his hands open even for lepers.
Even for lepers. Oof.
the Nosferatu looks and wants to say something, but realizes, I already stirred up a lot of trouble. Let's not. He's waiting down. Please watch your step.
Okay, gonna follow him down.
You follow down. And,
Specs goes
It
on.
doesn't take much. Maybe a 5-minute walk. Similar direction to where the crypt is, but a small turn here and there that's not the same, which leads you to a pretty sizable room, similar to the one where you met these four Nosferatu, except this one seems to be much more of a dead-end sort of deal. Going in there, actually, you see, it's slightly lit up this time around. There's about 2 torches in that are lighting the interior. And you see about 6 Nosferatu sitting there. So 6 Nosferatu that are sort of standing, actually, around. And 1 Nosferatu that's sort of sitting. And there's like a very oldish, very mossy and moldy table prepared there with some stools as well. And the Nosferatu comes and is like, just please come forward.
Domino's gonna go forward, bow slightly, move to sit.
As you come in, closer and see, there's a bit of a unhinged feeling about this individual, so to say.
Ah, yes.
He's well, you Domino would recognize it either, you can kind of feel it. This guy is either crazy or just old and doesn't give a fuck. You don't know. Because one of the things that actually sort of separates him, he actually has a hold up, I need to see this meme that Redimir put. Oh my fucking god, stop, Redimir. Post that in the group. He sort of has a bit of like fine clothing on him, actually, compared to the rest. Very dark and black, but has a little bit of a sort of lining here and there that seems to be of some color.
Okay.
That's not
then
what
it's
separates
gonna
him.
be,
What separate? Just note the main thing that you notice about him, though, and there's the meme, is
first.
he's wearing a mask that is essentially a crow's mask on him, but you can still see the features around the head in the light. Let me give you a picture. This is the best image that I could fucking find. It's lovely.
Okay. Given that description, the bow will be deeper, and Domino will actually address him as my lord.
Domino. Glad to finally meet you.
Oh, you've heard about me.
Of course I have. You've been in the city for a while, not too long, just enough for me to notice that you are of some importance. Severin, Treblana, and the priest, Lambert.
My lord.
Do I
Please.
recognize this fellow?
No. None of you actually recognize him.
Yeah, of course not. Not like I care about Nazis, Kappa. Nope, that's not my true thoughts. Oof.
Huh?
I mean, those are Domino's true thoughts. Who cares about Nazis until you need to go underground?
Fair. Please, We've prepared some chairs, stools, however you want. Sit.
Thank you.
Domino
I'll
takes
take
a
a
seat.
seat. I must ask you to forgive me. They insisted I bring a weapon into your domain.
Yes, I can see you're all well armed. But no matter. Coming unarmed into sewers, well, not recommended.
Fool's errand.
So, gentleman and lady, back into clan domain again tonight, are we? Do we have an issue here? Any troubles arising?
Well, I would think not. Surely your clan isn't in any way involved with the disappearance of Sir Francis.
Disappearance of Sir Francis. Yes. And the other disappearances we've had here and there around the castle. You see,
Of course, you already know.
of course we do. It's my job to know, Domino. Forgive me.
So I really don't mind. It actually makes things significantly easier. We can speak straight without any of the deceptions and half truths.
Perfect. But I still have an issue. I don't mind you coming into the sewers, our domain. I mind coming into it unannounced. And not just unannounced, you scared my boys here. You scared them quite well.
Your boys tried to ambush us. They had it coming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not a bright idea.
Was it also a bright idea to come into this place just willy-nilly?
Well, our friend did seem to have come here that night, so we thought we could find them
Don't
looking
know, it's just
quickly
gonna
around.
just gesture for Soren to be quiet, and he's just gonna meet the guy's eyes and wait.
He waits too.
Mm-hmm. Donald keeps waiting.
Severin, you were saying before you were rudely interrupted.
I just start staring at him too, I guess. Oof.
See, that's the trick. If we act like we have to explain ourselves to him, that makes it real.
Very well. If that is the game you wish to play. You see, I will explain myself in a way that I believe all of you will understand quite well. It is a very noble deed to pursue your friend after he's gone missing. But does that satisfy the breaking of a tradition?
My lord, I must apologize. I realize now that I have been amiss in not making my presence more clearly known. I assumed that your boys would, of course, pass the message along, but I should have still sent a personal assurance that we do not seek to claim or in any way violate your territory. In that, I am amiss, truly.
So you stating that you didn't wish to violate my territory, correct? Yet, from my reports, you've not only intimidated my boys, but you've also forced them to dig out some rubble and waste precious time that they could have been doing something else. That doesn't quite seem like not wishing to violate my domain. What is your excuse there, Domino?
Well, to be perfectly honest, it sounds to me like your boys are little bitches, running to daddy when their ill deeds backfire on them. A evening's digging after trying to ambush a group of ancillae seems a small price to pay for that kind of mistake.
Wise words. I know my boys have yet to live. And he sort of looks to them. They've got a few years. You see, we have troubles down here in the sewers sometimes. Or maybe we don't. Depends on the day, depends on the night. However, very well. I will take your violation as a mere accident and inexperience of my boys. But that was a minor price to pay for that. What about a minor price for going in now, especially now that those crypts are open?
Well, the situation seems rather simple. Clearly, you have something in mind or want something. Why don't you say what it is that we will see if that is acceptable to us?
Please, Domino. You know what we want. It's how we always worked. A boon. A boon for safe passage and access to the crypts that are here connected to the sewers, also part of our domain.
Look, sorry to interrupt. But I believe we are under employ of the city, so it would be best to claim the boon not from us, but from our superiors.
He sort of thinks. And who would your superior be in this case?
What was the guy we talked today to?
You talked to the sheriffs and seneschals. They were basically all of them. So
You know, just list the sheriffs and seneschal.
Bernard, Haliot, was it Enrique? Wait, Enrique, right? Is the sheriff, or is it Lucas? I don't remember actually who's the sheriff.
I will be
That-
straight with you. If this was something that was of my own initiative, certainly a boon from us would be fair, but I have to say I am deeply against paying through the nose for something that I'm being forced to do in the first place.
Indeed.
a nice escape. But here's the issue. You see, the seneschal and the sheriffs, who did they work for?
So,
The prince. Correct? So, in any sense, just as you, Trablana, said that I should refer to your higher ups, they could easily tell that I should refer to their higher ups, simply on the premonition of, well, they're being forced and they have to do their duty. And I'm not crazy enough to ask for a boon from the prince.
Well,
But-
there's your problem. You're asking for a boon, which, at least for my part, I don't like blank favors. If you were to ask for a specific service or specific information, that might be more acceptable.
He sort of looks. Well, I am looking for information. Information that is critical to both me, my clan, and my domain. But I feel like that information wouldn't be able to properly come out without a boon. Price for price. Would you like to hear what I wish to know, though? And then you can tell me if you wish to answer or not.
Of course.
See, I know about the disappearances, and I know that Kindred have gone missing, and now Sir Francis has gone missing. In our sewers, which have led you here. Therefore, something is happening on our sewers right under our nose, where we didn't even fully notice. And the higher-ups are also being suspicious to a degree with their movements. I want to know what's going on, and how concerned I should be. Tell me everything about what you're looking into.
how about everything that affects the security of your clan and the sewers?
That's very subjective, Domino.
So
Something
it
you-
is, but
Something you might not seem that is important might be very well important. The full story, please.
well, I'm afraid we're gonna have to return to the castle and consult with our higher-ups in that case, because we're under explicit orders not to do the very thing you're requesting.
Indeed.
We're sorry to have wasted your time. Dom will start stand up.
Yeah, like turn around as well.
Very
Yep.
well. He looks to the neon. Please, escort them out.
Ay, ay, ay.
So let's get this straight. The Nosferatu has no idea what's going on in his own sewers. Then he tries to extort some people that work directly for basically everyone
At
important.
this point, we walk away and we have more information that he got out of this.
Yeah. No. I'm not talking to like him. Like I'm not out of character. Out of character. Like I'm not.
This is
I'm not
how we
saying
win the
this.
information game with the Nosferatu. We just pick the right moment to walk away.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
it also shows like he is actually in a pretty bad spot. Like he needs more us.
I mean,
us
he's
more
trying
than,
to flex on us, but we're just experienced enough to know that he's screwed too. So it's
Yeah,
not working as
basically.
well.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometime, don't it?
Poor Nasi.
no, not Buenosy.
Nah. I think Treblana, not even Treblana would fully know
See,
this.
I
But
have esteed elders for over a year. I know what the fuck is going on. Fuck him, he'll come to us.
out of character as a Nosferatu. If there's something in your sewers and you don't know what it is, oh God, help!
Internal ring, Nick Tuku.
Not the fucking Nituku, not like this. They even killed one of my fucking rat catchers. And he was probably an Ancile.
But the neonate sort of seeing as this all goes on, just nods and escorts you guys back. You exit the hatch unless you got something you want.
Yeah,
But-
as we're walking, I'm just gonna whisper loud enough for him to hear. You know, I'm gonna remember how much of a coward you are. Don't take it like a man, huh? Fair enough.
He sort of turns back. Is that towards me? That was, wasn't it?
Domhnall doesn't say anything, just keeps walking.
Say, how close did we get to the crypt's entrance from here?
You walked a bit, and it was the familiar road, so like almost halfway. But then you turned off to another location. So there is a point where it's like close-ish. He'll unless you want to do anything, he'll be escorting you guys outside through the hatch.
Oh,
again.
what you mean, like try and lose him, obfuscate, and creep into the crypts? No, thank you. I'd rather stay living.
Once we get back to the entrance and get out on the surface, I'd like to speak with the Nosferatu.
You
How
know,
how has your fasting gone?
It's been a night. I have, well, not even a full night. Didn't eat anything yet, so far so good.
I am glad, son.
Look, Father, sorry about this. He could be sometimes like that, pretty cranky.
It's quite alright. They did violate your domain after all.
They.
I
hello?
came along to make sure that they would not do anything
What the fuck?
uncouth, but well,
What
you're
the
aware of what happened.
Of course. Well, I've been told that I'm to be around this hatch, so and he's gonna speak a bit louder so you got the rest can hear properly now. It's like if if you need to talk again or require audience or whatever, I've been assigned near this hatch, so just knock. He's trying to remember something. The knock went like, yeah. So just knock like that, and I'll know it's you guys. Right. Well, have a pleasant night.
Of course. May God be with you, son.
I have a bad feeling I'm going to see you guys soon, but so see you later.
A Malkavian never forgets.
Are you sure about that?
I
No,
look at
I'm-
the inevitability.
Domino in particular is referring to the clan's attitude towards pranks and being vengeful little shits.
Fair. And
Kid.
without further ado, sort of, there's an awkward tension. It's like, see you later. And he starts slowly going back and slowly closing the hatchet, the little man cover. And you can hear a little bit of a sort of a lock happening.
Okay.
Cute.
So we can't get in there legally.
Crypts are usually under buildings of faith. I would assume that we should be able to figure out what building it is under. And we can
think,
completely avoid their domain.
Are the ghouls close enough to over here right now?
If you want to step a bit further, that's no problem. But
Yeah.
they're, staying as you guys are staying as a group in general. So if you want to be like, hold there for a second, you can.
Yeah. So, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this isn't our problem. I'm thinking this Nosferatu needs information rather badly, and he's trying to do the same thing that I did to that neonate last night. Except he kind of gave away that he has a predator running around in his sewers he cannot track and cannot guard against. So, it seems to me that the wisest course of action is to go to our higher-ups and say, hey, we've run into a brick wall, the Nosferatu don't want to let us in. Either they can pull some strings or give us permission to ignore them, and that would be messy, but I think we just bounce this decision to them. Let them worry about it.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. Like, there's no reason to try to like go around this elder. Like, he's clearly the one that's obstructing things, and I can't imagine them higher ups being too pleased about it. Anyways.
And personally, I am just on a matter of personal principle and dignity, dead set against paying out of my own pocket for this. I mean,
Yeah.
Sir Francis is our fellow and we should try and rescue him, but let's be honest, Sir Francis is almost certainly dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
After all
the
this
fate of
time.
all the other people is something to go on.
If they were to keep him alive for a time, then they wouldn't the time that has passed would have already made sure that they wouldn't keep him alive. Like, what would you even need someone that long for? Except for like magical rituals, but even that would be already fucked up.
So, yeah, we are agreed then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Ah.
assume time is of the essence.
It is, and we can, while the higher ups, if they take time to decide on this, look into the leads we found. We can try and track where those crypts would be, where an entrance above ground might be. Do the prep work that we can do, but we definitely shouldn't offer the Nosferatu anything, and we shouldn't go in through the sewers.
Yeah.
I'll nod to that.
Okay, so you guys want to head back to the castle.
Yep. Fuck this
Alright.
shit. Not playing his game.
Fair enough. So you go back to the castle. It doesn't take you long, obviously. And where are you going to go and search for?
Just, again, the Seneschal. He seems to be the one coordinating with us, mostly.
Okay. You track them down, and they seem to be in the same room. It hasn't been, too long, and they seem to have been convening about something. So eventually leads you back to the same courtroom where everybody is, and they sort of, go back, and Enrique, the big guy, is like, the fuck are you guys doing back here?
Well, it seems the Nosferatu have decided that they want to extort boons for the privilege of going into the crypts.
You see the sheriff sort of eye one side flinch.
They seem to already be aware of this investigation.
Don't worry about it, Donald. Enrique stands up. I'm gonna go do some work. Follow me to the armory.
Oh shit. Somebody doesn't like Nazis. Fuck.
There did
And,
seem to be a rather old one that has crawled out of some hole in the sewers.
Yeah, we know who he is.
Plague
He's
Man
like
guy.
that.
Crow.
Yup.
The mask and yeah.
Huh, well, that's
Follow me
fine
to the
then.
armory.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
As you sort of
I would
walk
assume
into
I'm with the rest of the group.
Yeah, I presume so, yeah.
Okay.
So, that's Corvus. He's a cheeky fuck. Been taught to always ask for a boon, no matter what the fuck anybody says. So, we're gonna go and teach him a little fucking lesson as usual. Happens every few years, but really pisses me off at this fucking point. And he looks at all the, you enter the armor, he looks at all the weapons, looks back
where's
to
my
Domino.
favorite axe?
Yeah, he looks back to Domino's like, good choice. You fucking pigs of battle axe. Let's go.
See, told you guys. There's an easier solution than paying the fucker.
Sometimes, here's the best thing out of character was if there wasn't a bitch who does things, this would probably take some time for paperwork and blah blah. But let's just fucking this like right now. And you guys finally walk through, and so, how many of them are there?
I think we saw some 6.
Most of them were just the neonates, though.
Okay.
7 if you count this Corvus fellow.
Yeah. They try anything, we beat the shit out of them. Because, well, they attacked the sheriff and came to the city. That's breaking a tradition. So, they attack, you kill. Or torpor. Try and torpor. Okay.
I don't know, the edge of this axe seems awfully sharp. I don't know if I can pull the blow enough, sir.
Just gonna go for the fucking the Nazi at the
I would
face.
like to make a cold shot at the next enemy.
Take a minus 20. Okay. You eventually go back to, the Hatcher place, and he's like, so, cuts down there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He goes to the fucking manhole and starts stomping. Cunts, get the fuck out of here.
Sir, I believe it's supposed to be 2 stomps, then 1 stomp.
Do. Coming back up, the Nosferatu looks up and sees the guy's like, looks to you guys.
You really fucked up, kid.
Sheriff? Guys?
You really fucked up, kid.
How
It is
can I
good
help?
to see you again, my child.
How can I help you?
Lead the way, kid.
Yup.
Or be charged with obstruction of justice.
To the crypts?
No, to
To the
Corvus.
old man. Yeah, Corvus.
And he looks up to the sheriff. He's like, right this way, sir. And you follow in. The ghouls follow in too. 5 minutes later. And you enter the same room. Corvus seems to be there, and he, the sheriff steps in front. And as the sheriff steps into the room, Corvus goes, "Ah, sheriff, how pleasure to..." And the fucking sheriff just yeets the battle axe over, hitting the fucking table and breaking a part of it. With Corvus just going, "Jesus fuck." Corvus, nice to meet you again. What brings you here in the sewer, sheriff? He sort of looks to you guys. Domino, guys, if you would please, say why you're here again.
Well, it seems that we need your permission to enter the crypts as they happen to be in your domain, and we were hoping that you, being an upstanding citizen of the city, would grant it out of the goodness of your heart.
Holy shit!
Sheriff, like by the way, the neonates, the fucking things are like up against the walls, like what the fuck? And Sheriff goes and picks up his axe. So, Corvus, do you see how it is? They're free to go, right? You could, at least give me a little bit of it. No. Little bit, no.
Everyone shitting on the Nazis.
Oh.
No, this is a proper Camarilla city.
This is why they're a low clan, okay? This is a Torianer city. They're a fucking low clan.
I mean, though I see it, behavior like this is why they should be a low clan.
Corvus starts being like, if you don't tell me, we're not going to share any secrets. Don't care. See you in 5 years anyways. Picks up fucking axe. Looks back to you guys. So, you can go into the crypts now.
Oh, but we will need a guide. I believe the Nosferatu that guided us here knows the way.
Perfect. Corvus. Sheriff. Let's go, guys.
Demi doesn't look at all schizophrenic when he's talking to himself like this.
Okay.
And you guys exit the one Nosferatu. At the standard point, we're supposed to split off. The sheriff's like, so, I'm gonna go now. To do anything? Well, survive. I need at least one of you alive to tell me what the fuck goes on. But trust me, they won't do shit. So, and he looks to another Nosferatu. Don't let them step in any of the traps. See you guys later.
Thank you, Sheriff. See you later.
Thank you, Sheriff! The Landkins.
Oh, I
The
should have
Nos-
said beautifully done, Sheriff, actually. Oh well.
The sheriff leaves. The Nosferatu goes, follow me.
So what did we learn here today?
Don't fuck with the sheriff. Don't fuck with the city. Don't fuck with you.
A good
I
enough lesson. It'll do.
that lesson last night. And he leads you back, and the cave-in seems to be mostly dug out. There's almost only a little bit that's at the very bottom. That seems to be just mostly remaining gravel and the like, but most of it is cleared out. Took me and 3 others about the good part of last night and a bit of the tonight, but it's open.
Good job.
You're doing God's work, son.
God, I wish I was. I mean, of course I am, Father.
You
Can I-
will be. One
can I-
day you will fully understand.
Can I go now?
I'll look at the others.
How about you stay here and, go to the sheriff if you hear screaming, clashes of weapon, etc., and we don't come out afterwards?
Sounds like a plan.
The ghosts are still with us, right?
Yeah, the ghouls are still with you. They're a bit, this isn't their natural habitat, but they, took some while to adjust to the sewers, but they seem to be fairly decently trained. And, there you go. I'll, sit here.
Oh yes, wrap the shadows around yourself. Maybe if something comes out, it will miss you.
Okay.
God damn.
It's only then where you realize, like, oh shit, we just dug into that place and we could have died at any moment.
I mean, that's what neonates are for.
Oof. In the Sabati is fledglings. If you survive, you become a neonate.
Dig into the ancient temple of doom. Dig, bitch, dig!
And he stays there and tries to, like, he's like, I'm gonna obfuscate now. Whoosh. I'm still here. Because he sees you guys, and you guys have the place open. For you, Treblana, you feel a little bit of a pulling on one of your little clothings as you look down and you see one of the rats that was waiting, that the other rat that you had.
I'm just tap on like my on my clothing, so he hangs on again.
He very much does so. And the crypt is open for you guys.
Okay.
Crypt, though I say crypt, though I suppose there should be a distinguish crypt / catacombs. They're kind of the same thing, kind of not, yeah? I don't
Yeah.
fucking know anymore, but
They have a big overlap.
close enough. So I'm gonna put you into a new room.
A
What the
spooky
fuck?
room.
Actually preparing shit? What the
I
hell?
actually have maps, and this is the best one that I fucking found.
Oh
Though,
shit, the sunlight is streaming through! Oh no!
It was a trap.
GG.
No sunlight. Though it is dark in here.
Well, we have torches and we have ghouls with torches.
Very much so. And you're able to light the way in. So, who's stepping in first? Just as a notice.
2 of the ghouls. That's what they're
Yeah.
here for.
Very well. They have one of them has a torch out, and one of the swords. The other one has a sword ready and is like two wielding it just to be ready in case something comes in. And you guys step in. You
Activate
already-
aspects.
Okay. The sewage stench intensifies because it's still resonating.
Whatever.
I would
Don't
like
worry.
to activate the aspects for sight only, than me.
Ah.
I mean, sight and hearing seems like a good idea in case, some weird ass sound appears.
You
Yeah,
hear
same.
the slushing under the feet of the waste and gravel. How does that make you
Yes, I want to hear it because I want to see if I hear some extra step. You know, what if there's too many slushing? Then it's oh no,
I'm
not
fucking,
like this. It's
I'm
coming
fucking,
from behind.
I'm fucking with you though. But you activate Auspex and you're able to maintain it well.
Hmm.
And you start seeing again a little bit. It is decently expansive. It's decently wide, not too overly tall. Seems to be just a little bit slightly taller than the entrance that you guys went in. But it definitely fits the bill of crypts and catacombs. There's a little bit of bricks here and there that's fallen off, but you're able to see basically sarcophaguses on the sides and places where torches would be placed. Some of the places have statues over them. Some of them have broken. Some of them are not. This definitely feels as if it's old. The sort of down looks to be slightly a combination of brick plus gravel plus water and mud. It's a very in terms of the floor, and the stench here is definitely much more moldy than it is sewagey. But you
Okay.
step in, and it goes on. Yeah, you can see that it goes on for a while and it starts splitting off a little bit here and there, and it's decently expansive.
Is there any air movement past us now that the way is open? As in, is there a draft? Can we guess if there's another entrance?
The only one that you could feel, and this is actually after take a while and things, you feel that there's only a little bit coming from behind you.
Okay.
So, what would you guys like to do?
Domhnall is checking for tracks, particularly any drag marks of a Francis-sized object.
Okay. Give me a perception survival roll, and you've did Auspic stuff, so you can roll it at 4.
I want to check out like the sarcophagus, like try to get like a feel, like how long this how the stuff exactly is. Maybe it's like related to whatever we are doing.
Difficulty
Okay.
4,
There's, like-
right?
Difficulty 4 because you're doing that. Yeah, you're able to definitely see some tracks. Even with the specialty, you have enough success, so don't worry. There are a bunch of tracks. No drag marks, it seems, but definitely foot movement. And you're not really sure in terms of the date because this place doesn't have a lot of, shifting things that would make it like lose the foot track, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're not sure of the date, but they do seem present and that there's a bunch of them. And they all obviously, there's some leading back, some leading forth.
There is a way I can think of to check that a quote-unquote ranger might know. Is there any muck in those tracks, and is the muck so dried out that the smell is gone, or is it still freshish?
That's a fair point. I don't know how to actually IRL track, but you with that many successes, I'd say that it's a little bit varied. So some in that case seem to be slightly older, some fresh, but none of them are like years, like that many years old. Most seem to be somewhat fresh.
Okay.
Do any of these sarcophagi have inscriptions?
We'll get to that. I think that was what Treblana wanted to check, but you can assist as well. Do this as a team effort, or you can do this. And I will note now, as you guys are exploring this, like going into this place, by the way, and Auspixon not pinging doesn't seem to be any danger, right? Right now, the necessity. But it sort of loops, goes around. It ends up sort of forming a. How would I note this? Oh, actually, I can just draw. This is how it would look like. So this is like sort of the path thing that it goes. It seems to be primarily squarish with a little roots, and the top one, the north one, seems to lead into a hallway that seems to differ from the rest.
Okay.
But
my
for a time
suggestion is that we immediately put the ghouls on the north and south passageways while we check out this area.
Okay. You do that. There's no difficulty. They're able to get there quickly, and they're keeping guard, which leaves you having this place available to yourself a bit. So, if you guys want to investigate this area or look for any clues, let's do a team effort roll, essentially, of everybody doing a little bit, and it will like culminate the successes into one big pile.
Mm-hmm.
So, so first of all, let's see about who would be a leader. Like, what are you guys like looking for, trying to find in this place?
Well, any sort of like identification, like heraldry, like writing, so some other sort of marking, and then try to connect it to like the city, and maybe like if it's like any discernible like ties to what you found out earlier, especially since there was like some case about someone being murdered, and like maybe like the same time frame at the very least.
Yeah. Though I will note, because there can be different things, and everybody's looking for their own things, I wouldn't say that this would be a team effort. Everybody's going to roll, but if two things collide, then it's going to be an assisted roll, essentially.
I'd like to assist Treblana by trying to recall any names from the records of births and deaths of the city
Fair enough.
that the church would have.
Okay. Severin, what would you in any way assist or do?
I'd wanna probably look for like look for any. I mean, since Domino's looking for tracks and stuff, will he also like spot any like objects and shit that seems to be out of place? Like
Okay, you can look for
stuff
that.
like that.
I'm looking specifically for movement of people.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how we're gonna do it? Domino, for you, since you've already rolled and you've rolled really high, so I'm not gonna cuck you on that.
I
Because
mean,
it's gonna.
if this is a separate action, then I was gonna go with Eyes of Chaos. But if this is,
Oh, I was gonna say that if you're looking for tracks, just movement in general, you wouldn't have to, since this is kind of going to continue on. But if you want to do something separate, that's up to you.
yeah, Domhnall wants to get an idea of what these fucks wanted with this place, and he thinks he really doesn't want to, but he thinks he owes it to Sir Francis to try and use the visions.
Okay. So let's start with, I suppose, in the one more informative one for the time being. So we're going to go with Chablana and Lambert. So which one of you is going to sort of be the leader in this case? I suppose Redimir, that's going to be Chablana, since Lambert set to assist. So Chablana, since you're going for this wouldn't necessarily be a cult, actually, funnily enough. This would be an academics role. So intelligence academics. And you'd be familiar with this, but this is more for information. So roll me generally at a 6. And book knowledge here would definitely apply.
So, do I roll first to determine how many extra successes?
Yes, but we need to first check Redimir's, and Redimir will be right back. So I suppose we'll go with something else. So we're going to go for, what is it called? Severin first. So you're looking for basically more secretive stuff, hidden entrances, hidden stuff, etc., right? So in that case,
Perception investigation.
there's a few ways you could go about that. You could even go for, I'd say, even something like ledger domain if you're looking for something hidden in that case, because like intelligence ledger domain. But in this case, perception investigation is obviously one that would very much work. I would say you might even want to do something. Here's an example. In case you're looking for levers and the like, or something that might feel out of place or stuff, I would even say perception crafts would work.
Really?
Yeah. You're looking for, one, contraptions, hidden places, and obviously that requires, in a sense, construction to a degree. And you know what is made and what isn't.
All right.
And
my Auspex is active too, so
yeah,
but I don't know if that's
active. So yeah, you can roll me roll it out of 4.
You're doing perception crafts?
Yeah.
He's looking for more secretive stuff in this case.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
that's
I
good.
want stuff I can cast Spirit Touch on. Basically. Hell yeah.
That's a lot of the what do you have in special?
Creation of wine.
Perfect. No specialties. But 8 successes. Blessed. Full actually that's a perfect success.
Wow,
So
Yeah, it's
wow,
all of
ST
them.
cocking the player out of the specialty successes. Disgusting.
I
No.
know creation of the supple drink does not assist in this
No.
investigate.
But wine is integral
Rolls
to the
8,
churches.
gets 9 successes.
You look around and you see that something what could be considered a bookworm is going around, looking at the sarcophagi, the tracker's looking at the tracks and he's also about to do something, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go do something else. And you're walking around, looking, keeping an eye out with Auspex, looking for if there's anything that would be of interest.
Touching stuff that needs touching.
Yeah.
Pushing stuff that needs
If you're
pushing.
looking around the ceiling, you're looking at hidden compartments, looking at like those. You see some bricks that seem to be out of place, and you go to touch them and see if they do anything, but they seem to mostly be getting looser from age and the likes. But
Rip.
in your travels, not in your travels, but in your search, you do find some sarcophagi that have a little bit of hidden thing to them, and it's not really hidden, right? It's more simply well placed out of sight that needs a little bit of touch here and there, and you notice like about 3 of these around, and they're filled with they're very old pouches. Some of them even have slightly holes made out of being just so old, and they're very saggy and the like. But you open them up, and inside 2 of them, you find some pretty old coin. Actually, they seem to be out of gold, and if you would just make me a quick intelligence academics at difficulty I'd say difficulty 7, just to see if you would know like from the get-go what these are.
Yes, old Roman coinage. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, in my intelligence is creative, so probably doesn't apply.
You recognize some things. You don't recognize the face that is on them, but you recognize some of the writing that is present on it, and it seems to be of Latin origin. So on your suspicion, they do seem to actually be old Roman coins of some sort. And there's 2 bags. The last bag of them seem to actually have a little bit of jewels in them.
School,
And
I'm rich.
yeah, and you check what they are, and they seems to be primarily a very reddish sort of deal. After a bit further investigation, you do seem that you have about 3 very small rubies essentially that are sort of placed. So you actually have some very nice old stuff. In terms of the rest, you go through some of the sarcophagi itself, and there's actually almost nothing in some of the sarcophagi that you actually check.
Best hope the priest doesn't notice you grave robbing.
Yeah, but in general, there doesn't seem to be anything of hidden compartments things, but you're able to find hidden loot.
I get free loot. All right. How old is this shit? Does it seem to be like recently moved here? Do I like?
Well,
is
the,
it
bag,
just free
the
gold?
pouches, the bags, they seem to be, well, as I said, saggy and old as fuck, and the coins are Roman. So you tell me, Craft.
For fuck's sake, how old are these fucking catacombs? Oh well, the empty sarcophagi. Like
I
they
mean,
should
the
be a
catacombs are probably centuries old, but the sarcophagi are probably a lot newer, just
Yeah.
because ossuaries are a thing.
But
yeah, the empty shit. What shouldn't it be like at least like skeleton or like skeletal remains or like bone powder?
That's what the ossuary is for. You dump the bones in an ossuary.
There
It's
are
a
no
room
bones.
full of dead bodies.
But there are
bones.
there are no bones. And when you ask that question, and I'm going to presume that's also an in-character thought, and you go back and check,
Yeah.
what you thought was originally just a lot of dust and compelling, after going through it, seems to be ash.
Oh no! Fucking again! Oh my god! Ah, shit! I'm just gonna go like grab Domhnall if he's not busy. I'm just gonna be Domhnall.
Hold up. We'll get to Domhnall in a second.
Alright.
Because this happened after Domhnall's Eyes of Chaos, most likely, because it took you some time to still go through everything.
Yeah. I get
Mhm.
free money at least.
So,
Is that one resource, Demi?
Well, technically yes, but actually no, not yet. You see, Roman coinage isn't really used nowadays.
It's gold, dude. It's fucking gold.
It's gold, but you kind of have.
As long as
It
it's not
doesn't
from one
have
of
the
the
king's
Roman.
backing, so it's only as valuable as the metal it's made out of.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good though. But anyways, as long as it's not one of those like poor Roman emperors, and it's not one of these faces where like they make half the fucking coin like other metal shit that's not actually gold. You know?
It's an electrum coin. It's
you know,
been watered down with silver. Congratulations.
craft,
That's still not bad.
craft,
Yeah, I mean it's still not bad, but yeah, it could be better, it
craft,
could be worse. Oh,
craft.
you're not gonna
Roll,
cuck me.
roll a luck die.
GG.
Easy.
roll one more time. You have 2 pouches.
Oof.
Don't worry about it.
Oof.
I would have cracked you only on a 1 if it was really, and that would have been like fucking terrible. Like those really small ones, but these seem to be normal size. So you know, as a crafter and like you've dangled with money obviously before to a bit, that they definitely have some worth to them no matter what.
Nice.
And
That's
obviously
one resources.
the jewels as well.
Yeah. All right.
So hold up,
Jesus
Redimir's
fuck,
type.
that's loud.
Who the fuck?
What the
Is it from your Christ? What the
Yeah,
fuck?
it's some
It's fucking
cunts are.
12.
Some fuckers are drag racing on the street next to my house. It's like, what the
At
fuck?
least they don't do it at 2 a.m.
They
Yeah,
do
no.
do it at 2 and 3 and 4 a.m. sometimes.
Oh, god damn it. Well, you have my problem then.
So
least it's
Domhnall,
real-
you trying
Yeah.
to aid chaos, right? Also,
Yeah.
I'm trying to slightly go a bit faster because we're already at 11 my time, so I don't want to cuck you too much, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to do Isaac Chaos. What are what are you focusing on specifically, if I may?
I'm just letting my eyes unfocus and taking this place in as a whole, looking for patterns as Malkavians do.
Okay. So roll me Eyes of Chaos. We're gonna go with a difficulty of 6. 4 successes. Okay. You sort of stand back up and you sort of focus into this place and you use Eyes of Chaos. And what first gets you is stillness. You feel stiff. Almost like you're trying to move when you realize this, but you really just can't. And that's when you feel something piling up around you. And you look, and you're able to sort of force your eyeballs to sort of look down and focus what it is. And it seems to be dirt in a way. It sort of starts piling up and up and up. Until it eventually gets almost to entirely of your head. And it feels to stay there. And almost as if sort of wrapped around something, you're just slowly forced back onto your back as you lay down. And something almost like an eclipse happening sort of just goes through your eyes and you're in pitch black darkness. And you feel from almost the dirt that's around you, once again, something creeping up, something hurting. This is a deja vu moment once again with the thorns slowly enwrapping and enveloping you in the soil. Not going in meaningless directions this time. This time it seems to be enwrapping you, almost as if trying to rope you around.
Oh fuck, it's a chaos spawn.
And you're there, sealed tight. And you're trying to struggle, and you're trying to struggle. And every time you struggle, it hurts more and more and more. But you can't stop yourself from struggling. You keep on trying to push and things. When suddenly almost a flashing light comes out. And you want to say you see a figure. It almost reminds you, knowing back a little bit of what you learned in here in Paris, Catholicism. You see almost a figure. You're not really sure if it's male or female. You don't even see if it has eyes. You just know that it's a figure and it has a face, but you don't see it. And long, long wings, seemingly. Almost trying to spread a hand out, trying to help you. And as you sort of pull out, almost like instinctively trying to let it touch you, it recoils back. You can feel disappointment. It sort of starts flying away. And then you feel the thorns keep on wrapping around you, one after another, eventually coming to covering your eyes. And that's when you come back out of the eyes of chaos.
You know, if you keep doing this, I'm gonna join with this villain. I'm starting to feel sorry for them. Or is that the plan?
Yeah, it's the plan. He wants you to join with him so that you can cook us all and betray us like Jackalor.
I mean, he's not here. Someone has to fill in.
Don't worry,
We're all
Adolf.
betrayed by
That-
Francis.
But yeah, you come back. And strange enough, even though the thorns hurt, you're not hurting as much as before. You're not even sure if it's because you're already, got used to the pain or something else, but you're not feeling as much as you were before. You're not in agonizing pain.
Okay.
And as you snap out, Severin over here comes around and just
Turn to
Does he
him,
look
eyes
out of it?
wild, full Malkavian, just facial expression.
Are you okay, Domhnall? This is back a bit up a bit. Are you okay?
Something horrible happened in this place.
Yeah, I was gonna talk to you about that actually. Come check out this sarcophagus.
This isn't gonna be like a come meet my old friends moment, is it, Severin?
No, no. It's more of a come see this fucking ash that I found.
Ah, fuck.
yeah.
I
I'm
just
gonna
wanna
go and
make
see the
you know,
ash.
Do you think this is vampire ash? 'Cause it looks like it's vampire ash to me,
Poke it a bit more. Yeah, seems pretty ash-like to me.
Ash is ash.
And it's an empty sarcophagus, I thought this was dust the first time I opened this up.
Have you tried probing it with heightened senses?
Like with Auspex, of course.
Like,
You can't use spirit touch on ash.
Why not?
you can actually.
You can actually. Oh my god.
Remains are in fact particularly easy to probe.
Okay. I haven't actually used Auspex on these fucking ash yet.
So we're gonna go with Auspic Street, mostly because, as I said, you kind of notice this only a bit later because, you're thinking, decomposed
Hidden
bodies, blah, blah,
memories,
blah. Yeah. But it only caught you off when you, asked what's inside. So roll me Auspic Spirit Touch, and this is going to be actually at a difficulty of 7.
The fuck? Okay, let me just go to fucking. I don't. What was the roll for spirit touch? I forgot.
Perception Empathy.
Alright, perfect. I'll spend a willpower on this, I guess, if I can.
Of course.
Nice,
3
3
successes.
successes. Very nice.
So you look into it, and you start feeling, and you feel a shift. I was trying to remember what it was, but you're feeling like you yourself are feeling like this was more difficult than it should be, considering this is supposed to be remain. And you start seeing yourself in a city. It's night. It's dark. You feel yourself as another individual. You're able to veer around, and you see a face of young individual, short hair, um, seemingly having somewhat of a robe around him, white, with some other minor clothing as well. Sort of walking down, and he passes one bridge and then passes another, and you realize this somehow feels eerily similar to Paris, to a degree, but not the Paris you know and remember, or well, you know now.
Uh-huh. So if I could like show this to like an old vampire, like the prince, he's like, oh yeah, that was Paris 500 years ago. Wow.
And you keep on walking as this individual, and seems to be in a mood of joy.
Mhm.
Seems to be pretty socialite as you seemingly as going around seeing random individual like blurry faces just in there talking, and that's the most that you can get out of that. But you're able to peer into essentially a past individual and what their life was kind of like before.
But was he a vampire?
You would focus on and see the expression
Yes,
things.
he is, you know,
Yeah, you
beautiful.
fangs.
Yeah, he has fangs. All right.
Yeah, you would be able to see that. It is a vampire.
Yeah, it is a vampire. All right. Yep, it is a vampire Ash. White robes. Is it like priest robes or like like in the, like
You
ancient
rolled
time?
you rolled before on academics, so I'll connect that because it was something related. Seems to be would be essentially a toga, but it's not pure, right? There's actual other clothing there, but it seems to be a robe with it of that sort.
He's wearing pants, the heathen.
Fucking
Okay.
savages. Never trust a man from the provinces. Not true Roman citizens.
To continue off that, before we get into conversation, so that the rest can join in, Trablana and Lambert. So Trablana, you're going to be leading this with Lambert assisting. This will be an intelligence academics role. Sort of go through everything and find about stuff. And you, Lambert, can assist. This will be, by the way, a difficulty of 6. This isn't necessarily difficult. And Lambert, you can assist with the same role if you want, or something else if you want. Theology, I would say, applies as well here. Wow.
Wow.
Perfect
guess
roll.
dice
So
rolls aren't
intelligence,
everything.
theology.
You can do intelligence academics, intelligence theology. Occult would work here as well. Up to what you want to do, but it would be a difficulty 6.
All right.
Every even number, if I remember right, gives an additional success to the main roll. So you need 2, 4, 6, stuff like that.
Does book knowledge apply?
This would apply.
4 successes.
4 successes. So the main roll has 2 successes. Trablana, you're looking at the sarcophagi, and you're not sure why. It's either due to the presence of the smell, or because you're being a little bit cautious of the danger, or because you're remembering what your sire told you, but you're just blanking out for some reason. You're just like, what the fuck? But the priest sort of comes over. It's like, yes, this seems to be it. And you sort of go around looking.
You literally just did the voice Kale makes when he tries to be posh. That's another one for Dusty Bingo.
Thank you. I'm a true ST if I complete the full bingo.
Oh god.
Oh yes, the neonates.
Well, I will just pretend to like let him speak first, and then pretend to know what I'm doing.
Okay. You Lambert, actually, funnily enough, know this mostly because or at least you pick up a sign that you realize that something's a bit different here. See, what you're used to, obviously with sarcophagi, crypts, and stuff like this, especially something where people get, these are bigger burials, right? Normally people are getting graveyard and stuff like this, so people being here seems to be that they're of some prominence, first of all, right?
Mhm.
But what really catches your attention is that there is no sign of, well, God No
No
cross.
PX even?
No. PX different, but no sign of Christ, God, or stuff like that around. What you do note, however, is not PX in general, but you see symbology of what seems to be Latin origin. And some of them dedicating them to some more past paganistic gods, which kind of makes you a little bit repulsed at the idea. But that's like symbols. You see symbols of Thunderstrike, which you remember being stuff like Zeus. You notice anvils and stuff. By the way, I'm using Greek. These are supposed to be Roman, so just Jupiter and stuff like that. I'm more used to the Greek version.
Mm-hmm.
But you notice
Superior
that,
version,
and then
Kappa.
you notice one that's actually a bit more rather not familiar in the sense that it still exists, but familiar in the sense that it's been around. You start noticing some very naturistic symbols, which actually brings you to the idea of the people that very long ago lived here and that you had to interact with on the very rare occasion and that are still present. Signs of basically druids and Celtic signs and gods that are dedicated to them as well.
You just want him to lecture me, don't you? You can't.
You weren't really focusing on that, and when you went to the sarcophagus is
Yeah,
already
no,
open. So that's
it-
what I'm saying.
The problem is
Um,
that some of these fuckers might guess what I am.
And you realize that whoever was buried, and you look at the places, and there's even certain names and inscribing things on who is what, right?
I
And
can speak vulgar Latin. I would assume I'd be able to read the names.
yeah, some of the names are definitely in Latin. Some seem to be in the ones that have the gods, the Romans seem to be in Latin primarily. The ones that are Catholic seem to be of a very different sounding name, definitely. And some seem to have sometimes a little bit of a mixer of such. However,
Hmm.
I will note for Triblana, even though you failed, with the priest going around and notifying this, you take a look. And some of them have, by the way, quotations under them, sort of like last words or something. And one of them reminds you of something, Triblana. A sarcophagus that actually has a familiar name, a familiar quote. The name being the one that you recently found in the Forbidden Archive that seemed to have been long ago. Chlamydia Remus, or Chlamydia, however you want to remember her by.
Chlamydia, yes.
With the quote.
She's a bane upon humanity.
With the quote, "We know, we suffer, we fight," under as sort of quotation last words.
Oh my god.
And then you see the sarcophagus with your name.
With the words, we know, we suffer, blah blah blah. I can't even remember it.
So, in general, throughout that success, you know that these are of some sort, somewhat religious, and that there is both Latin and Celtic influence here, but none that is, well, Catholic, Christian.
Fuck.
These heathens must have been buried quite a few centuries ago, before Christ made his way upon these lands.
Before Peter came here and fucking yeeted all these heathens. Or what, Peter's disciples came here and yeeted these heathens, I guess.
Oh.
Peter got yeeted by the Romans in Rome, so...
No, I don't think they needed to conquer France per se. It spread during Roman times, didn't it?
Yeah,
Yes,
it was
it
already
did.
Roman. It was already Roman, yeah.
So this is probably dating back to like the 5th century.
Yeah. And Triblana, with your knowledge as well, if I need to remind you, but I don't need to roll for this because you kind of have your notes and stuff. But seeing that the case was approximately 600 years ago, and right now seems to line up that this is old.
Just the right time.
Shall we open one of the sarcophagi?
Meanwhile, me and Severin are snorting ashes from one already.
Oh,
God.
Dude.
We need to call for the others. I believe this might be important or even dangerous.
Ah, yes,
With-
that's some good
Did
shit.
yeah, you hear what you're asking.
There's something familiar. There's during our investigation we had we had some similarities. There's like point at the sarcophagus.
Ah, yes, some of those over there are filled with kindred ashes, apparently.
Yeah. Fucking Romans, actually.
Yeah, Phil. Just like to imagine Domhnall. Yeah, filled with kindred ashes.
Oof.
Snorting fucking coke.
How else are you gonna know if it's kindred or mortal?
No, that's fair. I can
You
understand
have to
that.
taste a little bit of it at least.
Yum yum.
Yummy, yummy. But
You know, kindred ash doesn't turn to more ash when you put it in your mouth.
but you can proceed with the conversation.
Okay. I
Alright.
did
Yeah.
the vision thing again. It's there's an echo of the same person, same event here that was in the room at the party.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
That's not good.
Forgive me, you still have not told me at this event.
Of course. Well, so here's the thing: a bunch of kindred got removed from this earth, shall we say, in a rapid and sudden, unexpected way during the party, without anyone being the wiser until after the fact.
They
We
went forth to join with God. I see.
Oh, they were murdered in a very ritualistic fashion, actually.
So a heathen has murdered members of our flock. I see.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know that they're a heathen. They could
Yeah,
just
true,
be an
actually.
asshole.
Could just be assholes, yeah.
No true Christian would ever murder multiple individuals like that.
oh God.
I mean, this is before the genocide, so. This is before the Catholic genocide, alright? Yeah, we got some. I think we got
Domhnall
like
just
maybe.
flashing back to some good Christian Irish lads just going, ah, yes, the Viking blood. Oh, it sings to me.
Oof. Oof.
Ah, but you see, that's not murder.
Yeah, they're killing heathens. Doesn't count.
It's
Heathens aren't
defense
people.
against heathens, yes.
Heathens aren't people.
Oof, I really need to keep my feeling habits under wraps with this
Okay,
guy.
Domhnall, I think if that's the direction the conversation takes, should be at one frenzy tick.
Cursed, honestly.
Can I roll heart wisdom to see if I recognize any of the symbology?
Yeah, you can.
Can I
Though
do-
for you, because you're obviously in nerd with them, I'd say roll at a difficulty of 5.
Can I do academics or occult to recognize this shit symbols? Because I wasn't looking at that shit earlier.
Sure, you can do either academics or theology.
Yeah, Domhnall just starts tracing
Alright,
the symbols and
academics.
muttering to himself in Irish.
Yeah, you don't recognize the Latin ones, but you can definitely know these signs.
Intelligence or was it?
Intelligence.
Yeah, intelligence. Academics.
You roll at
Difficulty
6.
6. All right. Easy, Klappa.
Yeah, looking. So you, Domhnall, you definitely notice some of the Celtic ones. And by the way, out of character, don't really know all the Celtic gods, because Jesus fucking Christ, I can't even pronounce their name.
I
But-
mean, there's like 3 different fucking castes of Irish gods. You'd be wasting your time even trying to learn.
But in general, there are symbology towards them, and some of the last writings seem to actually be Celtic. And you even notice one actually that is written in Latin is a saying, but it was it's a Celtic saying that was Latinized, seemingly. doesn't really fit. But you find that out as well, and you're like, yeah, these are definitely Celtic individuals. You craft. Do you have any specialties?
Creative intelligence.
Okay. Wouldn't really apply in this case.
Yeah, I know.
Um, you, however, I'm going to also put this as a slightly logic thing. So, looking around, you do recognize that these are of
I
some
mean,
Celtic origin, some of
how many
Latin.
languages could I know? Because I think I know Latin. If I, what didn't like how didn't you like give me didn't you give people one language for every academics or what
Uh,
was it?
no, it wasn't like that. Triblana knows Latin because she picked up a specific merit to know Latin and stuff, if I remember right, and to know more languages in general. Um, we'll deal with that later of how we did the in that character
Okay,
generation.
okay.
Um, but you look around, you definitely recognize it's like, okay, it's swirly. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be Celtic of like. You see, the thunder thing, that's Latin, and you see some things, and you're able to piece together that throughout, seeing that there's kindred ash, seeing that there's these symbols and things, you're able to sort of slightly piece together that this is definitely seems to be, well, catacombs that seem to have maybe been dedicated towards potentially kindred.
Uh-huh. And that Roman motherfucker also was here. But they were Celtic too. Must be that
Roman motherfucker.
synchronization shit that the Romans did.
So we don't have the woman's name from my special contacts, but we have a vague description.
Yes.
Um, I'm gonna tell them to, if they're gonna be probing the ashes, to look out for anyone of, blonde, strong, etc. And then I'm gonna give them the description in the poetic terms my friend used as well, in case I've misinterpreted and they come across something that
Yeah.
makes sense to them.
Fair enough. Um,
I mean, probing the ashes of the coffin that has the name right seems like a good idea.
Will note, by the way, for you, Severin, happy. There was mention of sad wine and happy wine. That can be a plethora of things.
Fucker. Fucker and his wine. What the fuck? This guy doesn't know wine properly. Otherwise, he would use better descriptor. Or he was talking down to Donald, because Donald doesn't know the wine properly. I don't know. I don't know the other.
But Treblana, you can also go ahead and mention, obviously.
Yeah, no. Really. Thanks to our friend, he has a pretty good grasp on like the religious stuff side of things, and we actually found like another sarcophagus. Sarcophagus might be of note. It has the name of the. Let's see. Yeah, the name of the person that was executed, and also has the phrase we encountered so often now written on it.
Domino is gonna have the axe. Let's open it up.
All right.
Okay.
It's a heathen after all. Who cares?
This one, Calidia Remus, not a heathen. Well, actually, no, never mind. Is a heathen, but Latin.
I'm just
Depends how
gonna
you go.
glance at him. A little respect for the dead, please.
Yeah, these people, like the one I probed to make sure it was vampiric ash. He was Roman, or was from Roman times. He was wearing toga and some extra things.
Mm-hmm.
So probably Celtic Roman or Latinized Celts. Could
So-
be anything with these guys. Like if one of them was Roman,
You're
You-
fair enough, Domino. These people never had the chance to be guided to God. They should be respected in their tragedy.
So you decide to open up the sarcophagus. It takes a little bit of a heft to open it, but eventually pulls, and you look inside. Nothing jumps you. And inside, this one seems to be clean. No ash. There's a little bit of what seems to be more dust-like rather than ash, but seemingly most of it seems to be collected. And
So it's just completely empty?
with the missing of one thing, there seems to be sort of in the middle, pointed, written in, drawn rather, in very dark ink, seems to be like.
You can
Um,
say blood. We have Auspex on. We can tell.
it's not blood. Seems to be ink.
Disgusting.
What
And
the
it's
fuck?
a face. By the way, for out of character reference, I don't have a picture for this. I'm gonna try and look for one because I still am. But imagine, you know how the clan logos look like?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine something akin to the Nosferatu one. Obviously, a little not as misshapen and sad. Okay, sad-ish, but
So a
it,
laughing mask and a crying mask.
not really. No, not. Did you just reference V5?
No, that's
No, I referenced
literally,
what they were referencing.
that's a theater thing.
Um,
I think it goes back to Greek times, like the laughing.
Yes, it
and
does.
Because like the Greeks were like, hey, there's two types of theater: comedies and tragedies.
Yep. That's exactly it. Well done.
I mean, the Nosferatu's clan symbol. Isn't that the sad face mask that's crying?
And it's also
Yeah.
twisted horribly.
Yeah.
this one, the usual. It's not as twisted. It's still sad and the like, and it's enveloped in thorns, almost seemingly going around the face. It's not exactly like this, but similar-ish.
Nosferatu. Oof, they have a pronunciation. I'm
Domhnall is
thinking.
just gonna take a step back when he glances in, like, and sees the thorns, like, oh, you know, almost
don't like
involuntarily in
thorns.
shock.
Oof.
The face does seem to be, as I said, it's not really surrounded, and supposedly supposed to be some kind of sign. You can't. It's not supposed to be like, is it male or female? It's just supposed to be essentially a face that's very sad or slightly anguish, even at a point. No tear, and just wrapped around in thorns.
Is the thorns? Are they connected to a rose?
There is no flower.
Oh my god. Okay,
There is no flower. Just thorns.
tried.
Can I attempt intelligence occult to try and recognize this?
I'd say for those who have, since all of you can to a degree, just everybody can roll intelligence occult at a. I'm gonna say a difficulty 7.
All right. What the fuck? That's a botch, a double botch. Holy shit!
That's cursed.
And you're the one who fucking keeps seeing the thorns too. Oh my god. Doll is gonna have the worst misunderstanding of his life.
I have a suggestion for Demi.
Hmm?
Domhnall is already freaked out by the idea of using visions, and then seeing the thorny shit and seeing it waiting for him now. He could just assume that this all has been an elaborate mystical trap to lure them here.
Could be as well, but let's do it like this. Since you're trying to think what it's supposedly is first of all, and you can react to it as you want to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go start with Domhnall because that's the spicy one. So you look at the you look at it and you're trying to like, you're shocked and you're trying to focus. And you're trying to like wrap your brain around. It's like, what could it be? What the hell could it be? And you're like, okay, thorns, sad face, like that. Then then it clicks into your mind, and then something else clicks into your mind as you connect to it. Thorns, roses have thorns. Toreador, sad face. That reminds me of Nosferatu. Wait a second. What if a Toreador was turned into a Nosferatu? But that's not possible. But wait a second. This is ritualistic. So many people killing each other. Magic is going. Somebody turned a Toreador into a Nosferatu and is going on a fucking frenzy. And now you're here.
That just sounds like normal Tuku shit, let's be honest.
Domhnall is actually going to be very optimistic about it. Maybe they can turn him into a not Malkavian.
Very well. I'm gonna for Treblano. So you look around. You obviously recognize that these are some of the well, these clan logos aren't particularly used in these times. There's banners and things, but for posterity's sake, these are like sort of simplified versions of it. So I'm going to say that they kind of exist at this point. So you would know that this kind of does reference a sort of clan logo, but none that you know of. And you're trying to wrap your brain around it. It feels like Nasi, feels like, Toreador, might feel like something else, but nothing really connects. For you guys with 3 successes, you kind of get the same information as Treblana here, as I said it, with the added effect that you then take a step thinking, maybe, just maybe, if you can't recognize it and things, you remember that bloodlines are a thing. So the first thing that pops into your mind after that is, even though you don't recognize it, it could potentially be a sign that is supposed to mimic a clan logo or trying to dictate a bloodline of sorts. You don't know which one, you don't know what it belongs to, besides what it is supposed to be similar to, but you feel like this might be the inkling of what it is.
Oh my fucking god, I know what Domhnall would assume. Guys, I know what has happened here. So, you know how much Toreador value their appearance, their refined style, right? What if, and now Sir Francis is missing, what if someone has a way to transform people? In both visions, I felt someone being wrapped in thorns and them crawling into their body. Maybe that's what's going on here. Maybe it's some kind of a ritual. maybe for some reason they hate the Toreador clan and they're trying to twist them or change them.
Would explain why we haven't found a pile of ash yet.
Or maybe someone did that to her and now she's out for revenge.
I'll whisper in Severin's ear. What clan is he again?
Wait, you guys still have Auspics activated, right, for hearing and sight?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't whisper out of that at this range, so you could hear that.
Wow.
I'm just gonna-
you.
Domhnall, what about all the other people who've died? All the other vampires?
Maybe it
They were
only
not
works on
all
Toreador.
It was not all Toreadors that died.
Maybe it only works on Toreador. Was there a Toreador body among the dead? Or maybe they survived. Maybe it only works on Toreador.
I don't know, it's hard to count bodies from ashes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
We don't know
that-
how many died. We know how many had
Sh-
died, but we don't know how many corpses we've found.
Shall
maybe all
we,
the other sarcophagi dead. Those are the failed experiments.
Shall we check some of the other sarcophagi, see if they have ash in them, or...
Yes, I already saw ash in some of the other sarcophagi.
You saw it in, what, 1 or 2?
I'm gonna actually, as we are, checking the others, I'm gonna start describing the visions in more detail, but particularly focusing on, the idea of, the thorns crawling into your skin and that being infused with a great deal of suffering. Domhnall is far past realizing it, but that would, out of character, correspond to how Nosferatu experienced being embraced. It takes them a week to finish turning.
Yeah.
Hey, if that's the case, Sir Francis might still be alive.
But perhaps better off dead.
No.
Oh my god. It could just be something else. Just because we don't recognize the symbol, it could be a bloodline, Domhnall. It could be someone who's, part of the Nosferatu bloodline.
That was left there for us to find. They're mocking us. Come on, they knew we were looking for them. They took Sir Francis. This is a sick, twisted game we're trapped in.
Are you saying that you're gonna
I
take
am inclined
instead?
to the idea of it being a bloodline. But it may in fact not be for us at all. It may be for the Nosferatu, as some sort of sick joke on them if they would ever open that sarcophagus. As if to say, I have you in my grasp.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Who
One
the
way or
fuck would
another.
go through all that effort for the Nosferatu?
One way or another, I think I should collect some of the ashes around here and see what some some work in my study will reveal later on.
Question to me. There was only the symbol in the sarcophagus. There was nothing else.
Nothing else.
Ah. Can you use spirit touch on paint?
I mean, yeah, you can use spirit touch on anything.
All right, I want to use it on the symbol.
Okay. Give it to me. Roll base difficulty.
Charisma, empathy, right?
Perception, empathy for
Right,
stuff.
right. I forgot. Difficulty 7.
6.
All right. Easiest roll
More
of my
success.
life.
Yeah. You take a moment, you touch it, and you see a finger that's trying to paint the symbol. And it seems to be a female finger of sorts, because you can see a little bit of a decorated nail and well kept as well.
Is it okay? The finger, so the hand is beautiful too, is it? Or like the finger is beautiful?
Yes, it's beautiful. And you can see it being slowly used and then dipped into something and then kept on doing. And you can feel that there are some times where the hand goes a little bit stronger, then slowly. And you can feel that there's definitely emotion coming out through the fingers and the like. And you see that the symbol sort of ends up being fully drawn, left to dry, before you simply see darkness as sort of something fades over it.
Do I get a name? Because that's, I mean, it's kind of not an object, but it is a kind of an object. And you
Yeah.
know, for success is the person's name.
Demi is scaling it differently.
because
Yeah.
because it's a picture, because it's a image. There's no name represented with it, nor would it just pop out like that as well.
All right.
Um,
So a woman is painting this, and I can feel the state of mind of the person, kinda, the emotions, kinda. What kind of emotions are they?
um, Despair, but almost like a calm storm, right? Or like how would I explain it? The calm before the storm, rather. You can feel there is a bit of. You can feel anger. You can feel despair. You can feel almost as if you're trying to speed paint and just like throw paint on it, but it's able to remain somewhat calm and collected, and
Like they want to do it properly, but they don't want to do it fast.
not even fast. It's almost like it's their emotions that sort of pursue them to do it fast. You know how like when you're angry, you just instinct do it stuff a bit more reckless. Essentially that, but it's trying to be in some form of way still controlled and calm. But you can see through that.
Hmm. Someone really mad, but actually very collected is doing this. Fuck. Okay, that's all I'm getting from this. It's a woman who's doing it.
So
Right.
I will note as well, simply because this is around, you would note and feel that the there is no that there's ash around it, and it seems as the drawing keeps on going that the ash sort of falls back, essentially, almost like it's think of this, by the way, as not literally. Take this more of a figuratively thing, where as the drawing keeps on going, the ash seems to sort of slowly blow away, essentially, or go away. So there was ash here before, is essentially what I'm trying to say.
So like somebody found a dead body, a dead vampire. Now they're drawing the symbol on it. I don't know. Weird. Alright. Well, it seems to be a woman who drew this, and she seems to be very angry and despaired, but also very collected and calm while drawing this. And
To also know,
probably the thing causing her the despair was somebody who she loved or held very dearly died. Also a vampire, I guess.
you'd presume.
Yeah.
Checking, by the way, the other sarcophagi, most of them have, basically all of them are filled with ash. You don't see the other symbol appearing anywhere else. But they all seem to be of kindred origin. Um, because this might pop up simply because of age and stuff. Um, hmm. I suppose I'll go with I'll just automatically give it to you, Trablana, because you'd probably have read this somewhere, most likely. And even to the priest to a degree. You don't recognize most of these names. However, some of these names, especially one of them, not really going to list the name. This is more of you've read it somewhere and stuff. Catches your attention, Trablana, as you sort of remember back to a sort of old book that you once read that was supposed to just sort of be around stuff such as herbs and stuff that are required for like medicine and the like. And you see that name pop up here again, and you remember that that book was old as well. So you would probably guess then that in that sense, if you have multiple occasions, that almost every one of these kindred, in a sense, that is dead has been long dead. It's been a while.
So they all went to torpor together in here, and then somebody fucking murdered them in their sleep.
Oh, the bird.
No,
The bird.
they were
yeah.
put here after they were ash. It's the implication, I think.
At least with Trablana finding out the one about chlamydia, haha, because she was executed.
Unless people lied about her being executed, and they
Could be
just
as well.
top at her. And
This
then,
was her grave, right? The one with the fucking symbol.
Yep.
Can
With
we
the
actually try and reach a convenient stopping point because it's nearly 1
Yep.
a.m. over here?
Yeah. I was gonna basically about finish it just before the info dump. With that, you've basically found most of the information here, or something that seems about reliable. Some of you found gold, some of you found information, and that this seems to be more of a very ancient or old burial spot for kindred. So with that, yeah, let's end the episode. And let's start with fuck it. Let's start with Shablana. Out of character, in character.
well, out of character, I would say it was pretty good session overall.
Understandable.
Like and I would like to note like like that elder was basically like the neonates, but more full of himself essentially.
Yeah.
I can see why the clan is so fucked up, and yeah, I don't see them ever getting anywhere. In character, I think Rip Francis, like it's getting worse and worse for him, like chances wise. But otherwise, there's some interesting stuff going on. But like we kind of have to bring that information back for it to be of any value. So, not sure if we should do like some sort of like like go back a bit and send someone out for the information we gathered. So that, yeah.
Yeah, get it. Craft. Out of character, in character.
Out of character, pretty good. Was funny with the sheriff thing. But But man, these sessions take a long time for like. There's not a lot of progress. I don't know.
Yeah.
In character, Severance, like, oh my god, this shit just keeps getting fucking worse and worse. Was Sever? I don't remember actually. Was I with fucking Treblana when she was checking the names? I don't think I was. When she was going through the old registers, I think it was her and Francis, right?
No,
Uh,
no one was there. Like, but the but what was it? The Seneschal, I believe.
the Seneschal was the one who went into
I
Forbidden
think
Archive.
she mentioned the name that she found about the old case, though.
Yeah, I
Oh.
did.
Yeah.
All right. Did she mention the clan of that person?
I
We
believe
don't
so.
know, I
We
think.
don't know.
Did actually mention to Redimir. If I remember right, she was supposed to be either a Tord or a Ventra. I cannot remember right now.
Oh,
but she
yeah,
came-
right.
Adventure, I believe. Like,
Yeah.
Victor was supposed to be a Toreador, like Sue
Yeah.
wrote later afterwards.
She's supposed to be a Toreador, but there's fucking Nazis who
No, no,
see.
no. She was supposed to be like a Venture, but the victim, like that she was executed for, presumably.
Tord, right?
Oh,
Toreador.
yeah.
Oh, she was Ventru. There's a fucking Nazi clan symbol thing on her that's probably connected to some kind of Nazi bloodline, from what Severin is thinking. And they seem to. Some woman seems to have loved her a lot or something. I don't know. Or she was just not dead and it's her who's doing it. I don't know. And fucking hell, man! What the fuck? We suffer. We know we suffer. We wait. What the fuck
We
is
fight.
it? No, we fight. Yeah.
Okay. Adolphus. Out of character in character.
Out of character, pretty fun session. Yeah. Really pissing off the druid is kind of fun. So that was probably the highlight of the session for
I
me.
am gonna frenzy and eat your face one of these days.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, your religion is not as valid as Christianity.
And in character, my character's probably like, I have no idea what I've just stepped into, but this is clearly some ancient vampire who does not know the proper ways of the Lord.
Doesn't know the law of the land.
Question for you, Adolphus. What tipped it off?
Gee, I don't know. It might be all of it.
Crest. Alex. Out of character in character.
Out of character, well, fuck that elder. Fucking bitch. Also, fuck those Nazis. Running to mom. What the hell? I didn't even hurt them that bad.
That bad.
Stop crying, see the bleeding's already stopping.
You're a vampire. You don't bleed.
Mom, he was mean to me.
God fucking bless.
So in character, well, Domhnall was, riding pretty high for a bit there, and hey, discovering this place, yeah, we're finally making progress. Seeing that symbol, and thinking about some weird transformation shit, he's shooked. It feels like the enemy is one step ahead all the time, no matter how good they're doing, and he doesn't like it. He's like, well, shit, son, we're about to be ambushed. What do?
It's almost like the world's god is using Temporis to tamper with stuff, huh?
Always stuck in the worst timeline. Help! Send help!
Fucking.
So
I mean, this is the world of darkness. This is the world's time. This is the worst timeline. Yeah.
You know what? You know what? One of the demons that's supposed to kill any Temporis fuck that goes back to watch King get embraced or the
Stop.
first murder.
No, don't.
They failed. They failed. That's clearly what happened.
No, that's because they realized that if they fucked anything up there, they would have died. So they took popcorn and watched how it happened. So mechanically speaking, now everybody gets 3 XP. Everybody gets 1 willpower back. And does anybody have anything for nature?
Didn't spend any willpower on these wonderful botches.
Oh,
Yeah, me
cursed.
neither.
Okay.
I guess insulting these dead heathens, maybe, but I don't really need it, so meh.
Yeah, doesn't matter then.
I should draw fucking nature for this game because I thought this was gonna be more peaceful.
What
Well.
made you think that, bitch?
I don't know, we're fucking in Paris. I was just gonna make my fucking wine. We were gonna go to like a fucking festival and shit. I don't
Oh,
know,
you
man.
expected a sandbox version of the game. See, that's the version where Epic decides to play Jihad Hardcore and takes Clairvoyance.
Oh, God damn it.
How could this happen to me?
Don't worry about it, Craft. Perfectionist, you can do it.
See, the problem is that by now you are supposed to already be apprenticed to the winemaker and the prince's, you know, hourglass is already running.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry about it. I have something special prepared for that. So, does anybody want to spend XP?
Nope.
I don't deserve this.
I want to buy survival.
What dot? Do you,
The,
do,
sec- the second one.
do you think you deserve it? Do you think you deserve
Yes, I
survival?
deserve
Who
it.
are you? Did you survive? Did you survive outside?
Yes, I did.
Did you have to
But
fight for warmth ever, Jablana?
well, since I'm a vampire, I don't need to.
See,
Uh,
you just burn blood. It's easy. Treblana has been practicing against the survival dot.
But yeah, now I'm fucking with you. Yeah, I'll say you can take the second dot.
all
It's
right.
it's okay. I
Ah.
forgive you.
Very, very generous of you. Not
Of course,
necessary, but generous.
I'm a generous storyteller. Craft, you?
I don't know. Can I buy an extra life? I don't feel like selling
That
expensive
is
life.
a merit which you have not purchased at character creation.
Hold up. Hold up.
Like
Let's do this via the death die. If one is death, 10 would be in life. This is how the world works. Roll a death die.
Hey!
Well, you're legally obligated to give him a second life now.
Good job, Demi.
Craft, you know, when the time comes when you have to die, I'm just gonna be like Temporis. He always wore leather armor. It saved him at the very end.
You just get stuck in a time loop at the end, and you always go back half a second right after the axe impacts.
Adolphus, anything you want to buy?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay then. So
Probably just gonna save it in case for some reason it turns out I need to spend XP for learning Latin,
understandable.
something like that.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, can I get another willpower actually?
Wow. Have you been, you know, Kraft, I would say yes, but you have been almost very full on willpower. You haven't been drained mentally.
He has
Like,
been systematically going through, let's say,
I'm at
extreme
5.
stress.
I went down to like fucking 3 willpower one session, and I've been trying to like.
But have you
recover
ever been to 1?
have you ever had to add a character cheat by putting an extra willpower just so you can keep going? Because I have, Kraft. You don't deserve the willpower.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Actually encouraging a place to cheat. Okay, I see how
Yeah,
it is.
Totally
Yeah, I'm
because
gonna
of-
take that as permission.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, I guess I don't need that willpower, Debbie. I guess I'm just gonna cheat next time.
you have an extra life. Consider that your fucking boon.
That was different though. That was you giving me an extra life because you fucking told me to roll a death die, and if I get a 10, I get an extra life.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, you know what?
You owe me that. It's in my handouts. You owe me that.
Yes, that's the fun. Okay, yeah, Chris is dying. So, everybody, say goodbye.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Chris, say bye.
Pity the campaign is going to be cancelled after this session, but you know.
Yeah, give me 1 second.